chickens are going to have to.
Hey, everybody. Good evening. There's a bunch of people in here already. Let me see if I can get caught up here. Let me see here. Just in time. Hello, Jonathan, my friend. Hello. Look, Jonathan's been planting mung beans, green beans, carrots, looking for a space to put, what's that word?
Calendula.
Calendula. That is just sprouting in the windowsill and will need a spot to call home soon. Yep. RN, hello. Eagle Lover, Texas, hello. How are you? Mary Michelle, hello. Yep. Vicky, hello. Sandy, hello. Oh, my goodness. Grumpy said that he screwed up his own joke. I'm not sure what that is, but rock on. Oh, hello. Came from Miss Lippy. Yeah, cool. Super cool. Well, guys, I got all kinds of stuff I want to talk to you guys about tonight. Good evening, Glenn. So, goodness, where do I even start? Let me see. Greetings, everyone. Yep. Australia.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. Just got in from working my side job. Yep. Yeah, I kind of know that deal. It's been kind of busy around here, too. We're to say the least. We've been trying to get ready for our Sunday Homestead rotation. You know, we got a bunch of people coming out here, and I've been blessed to have a whole bunch of help, which has been pretty cool. My crooked little homestead from Ontario, Canada. Yep, we know who that is. Darlene, hello. Wood Nickel, hello. Jasper Mom, hello. Howdy Tag, didn't I see you on Grumpy's? Yeah, I've been kind of making the rounds, guys, and I want to tell everybody that I'm sorry I have been slacking on getting videos out lately, but here's the thing. I've just been so busy. You know, last week I went to the Midwest Preparedness Project on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, left Friday, drove to Tennessee, spoke there on Saturday. And if you go to Two Old Crow's YouTube channel, someone wants to post a link in there, that'd fine. My speech is in there. You can, watch it there if you're interested. Then drove all the way back here, and then we've been just trying to, rush to get everything ready. Hey, Nancy's on. Hey,
hi, Nancy.
Hey, everybody. Nancy's on here. Say hello to the Buffalo Seed Company. We love you guys. We talk about your seeds all the time. Oh my goodness, I've missed so many. Allison, hello. Arthur, hello. Tina, hello. Country Girl, hello. Monica, Mama Z's, Mary. Oh my goodness, they're going by so fast. Hey, from Mobile. Yeah, cool. Okay, I think.
Miss Lippy Raid.
Lippy Raid. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Miss Lippy sent him over. Miss Lippy's had a live today just
before. Cool. Oh, right before us.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to, hello, Glenn. We need to see if we can, there's Nancy again. Hey, guys, for those of you guys, let me just start right there with the Buffalo Seed Company. For those of you guys who don't know, they grow a great seed. We had huge success with them this year, even though we went through kind of a drought year. We are still just harvesting like mad. Beeb pulled a whole bunch of tomatoes today. We're supposed to get a freeze tonight. And so we were hard, trying to work and get that done. But you guys go check them out, thebuffaloseedcompany.com. We're sold on the idea. We hope that they'll allow us to be part of their program again next year because we had a lot of fun. Terminator asks if I got her video. I don't recall getting a video unless you sent it today, and I just haven't been into my email yet. Yeah, we are going to get a freeze. Yeah. Hey, Lippy Raiders. Pretty cool about that. Lippy Raid. I think that's neat. I've never heard it termed like that. A new sub. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, okay. So back to it. So anyway, so I went around, I did, some speaking. I got back. We've been running like mad, trying to get stuff picked up, cleaned up. And then I've also got blessed with some really cool things that happened. So I had 3 different sets of people come down to my farm this week to look at some land, some different sets of land that's for sale around us. And guys, I can't tell you what an honor that is, and almost kind of stressful to some level for me. People uprooting their worlds and their lives, to come be part of a community and to reach out and to go try to live free. And so it's kind of, I have to tell you, it's kind of stressful for me, but I'd like to talk about all of them real quick. So I visited with Mo. Mo was the first one that came down, and not my buddy Mo. This is a new Mo. But Mo comes from New Mexico. And I met, face to face, his beautiful bride when I was down in Tennessee. And so they came up and looked at a property. I got to spend a little bit of time with him and his son, completely honoring. They jumped on my 4-wheeler and went over to this piece of property and spent a couple hours driving around the woods. And that was really, really cool. I love that a lot. And so the next, we had Mike, who came down from Indiana. Now, they'd been on the channel before, but I had also met them in Tennessee, and I had a lot of fun with him too. Really enjoyed him. He's comical. Spent his entire life serving his country, and his wife also spent her whole life serving the country. They were retired military family, and I just can't tell you how honoring it was for me to have them down here. We had a really good time. And then my very good friends that we've really learned to adore over time, American Roots, are right here in Kansas. And in fact, we left them rushed, running upstairs, trying to get here in time as they head back to their hotels so we can, do it again another day. Yeah, do it again tomorrow. So it was back to back to back to back. It's super honoring. And if you guys are listening out there, I want to tell you it matters, and it matters to me. And I'm touched by it. And thank you guys, very, very much.
We have met some incredible people.
Yeah. Red Moose Farm said, "Hey, Tag, my wife, Ambi, and I loved meeting you at the Self-reliance Festival. Absolutely loved your talk." Well, thank you. I joked when I did if any of you guys have watched my speech, I kind of joked about when I was on there, when I got up to the stage, I said, I've given speeches all over the globe and all over the country, and I'm very accustomed to doing it, and that's fine. But I had never given one in shorts, and I'd never given one to my people. And so it really was, it was a unique experience for me to do it. And I was honored that they would even ask me to come, because I'm just a dirt farmer.
Yeah, I noticed the shorts right away.
Yeah. You didn't think that was a good idea?
No, I just didn't expect it. But
what'd you expect, to be in a suit?
No, well, that's what I've seen you in. So yeah, I guess I just expected you in like dress jeans, with no holes, and maybe your dress shoes and maybe a t-shirt, but with a collar, like a polo. I don't know. But it makes sense. You weren't around a bunch of polo type people.
Yeah. I wore a pair of shorts and a freestanding hoodie.
Yeah. A hoodie, a t-shirt, a hat, tennis shoes. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was a great experience for me. When I got off stage, I had a lot of people come up and talk to me for hours, even afterwards, and talked about how to get free and how to live free. And I'm telling you guys, it's honoring for me and scary all kind of at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to give somebody bad advice, and I don't, what worked for me. But anyway.
And it's a little different for everybody.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to live off grid.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to haul wood in.
Yeah. Jan says, dress jeans, the ones with no holes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, the ones with no holes. Dress jeans, dark, fitting.
Yeah. And this is this new subscriber. Thank you. So why don't you talk a little bit about Midwest Preparedness Project? Because you were out there the whole time. I was not.
I had a good time. I had asked, actually, Neon put on getting deep with data about some of the classes, because there was so much going on. I really, really wanted to watch Hitch's video on the slaughtering of the sheep or lamb, but I did not get to, because there was just so much going on. And he did record it, so I get to go and watch the video as soon as he posts it. The spinning class, there were things that I took the spinning class, but there were things that I didn't pick up on because I was over here, trying to spin and trying to talk with my kid and trying to, he was trying to spin and I'm trying to spin, and he's like, forget this, I'm done. And he's like, you gained yourself another roll log. So, which is like a log of fur.
So how was the potluck?
The potluck went good. There was there's always more food than we can consume. I guess the turkey, Pippin did a farm turkey, went home and butchered it and found out that it did not fit in her chicken plucker, because apparently not all 30-pound turkeys fit inside chicken pluckers. But it was gone.
Yeah.
I didn't even get it. It was gone before I got there. A whole turkey. But I was full. I had no complaints. There was lots of good food, lots of leftovers, good people, lots of people I didn't know. There were a lot more people there than I had ever seen before. A lot of the kids activities were phenomenal. They had bird houses, or no, bird feeders. The Todd went and made a scribe for 40 kids, and every kid got a bird feeder, and then they went and took those bird feeders and took them and painted them. And then they had the last class, Harmony Hill. Is it Harmony Hill? Oh man, they sing great. The kids are just so respectful.
What she's talking about is, and I heard this through the grapevine. I wasn't there, but when the potluck was going on and everybody was getting their food, this Homestead and their kids got around the campfire, broke out their, violin, their banjo, and the guitar, and they were singing Amazing Grace as everybody was getting their food.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, you would talk about giving a person goosebumps.
Well, and Patch had his harmonicas, and Janice had her banjo, and it was just like a band.
Yeah.
I mean, they were a band, but then it was like, let me get mine, and we'll all pitch in and fiddle around the fire. It was a good time.
Yeah. Well, they're already underway planning the next Midwest Preparedness project, and we're actually going to work a little bit different this year. I've had some conversations with the Self-reliance people, and a couple of the other events where we're trying to collaborate with to see if we can time this stuff better, that allows everybody to see them more in an organized fashion, because we had them stacked on top of each other, just different organizations doing different things. But I think we can do you guys a better service and give you guys more options if we pay a little more time and spend a little more time on making sure that we organize it, a little more correctly.
That the events aren't going at the same time.
Miss Lippy's in here, and Miss Lippy, although I'd never heard what a Lippy raid was, I clearly understand what it is today. And thank you very much. And you absolutely made us smile. Absolutely. Okay. So Arthur, let's talk about a little bit of laundry real quick, because Arthur's asking. Arthur says, hey, Tag, is there an ETA on the app yet? Okay. So as you guys know, I think I told you guys already, we had approval through Apple and Google on the app, and the developer on the backside is all complete. What we're doing now is I'm working with my team at Freesteading to make sure, the pictures go in the right place and all of these things, but the app is imminent. I have not spoken with them today, so I'm a little reluctant to say it'll be, Thursday or Monday or whatever, but it is absolutely imminent. And you guys should have it very, very quick. And I'm super excited about this. Also, the marketplace, for some of you, you may have seen it, but for just a couple split minutes on the top of the screen at Freesteading, you will have seen a tab that popped up that said Marketplace. And if you clicked on that tab, it would have actually taken you to the Marketplace. What we're working on is just getting all of the functions, and all of those things to work appropriately. I'm still working with legal on the backside, because there's just some stuff there I've got to watch out. I don't want to risk losing everything that I have because somebody sells somebody something that I had nothing to do with, and then all of a sudden, I get sued. So I would say they're, both of them are en route. You'll probably have the app first, because it's literally imminent. We're literally placing pictures and and those kind of things. Removing a little and adding a little, because the thing about an app is I can't put all the information from the website on the app. And I can allow you to get to all of it, but just as far as the display goes, you have a smaller screen and smaller things, and I'm not going to pretend to know too much about that. But anyway, Sheila, thank you very much for subscribing. Hey, look who's here.
Hi, Lisa.
Yep. Hey, so Lisa is in here today, and she was the first person. Show them. Go ahead, show them.
I got some goods from Lisa, man.
Yeah,
from Lisa and Lisa.
Yeah, they were peddling goods out there. But anyway, so while she's doing this, what do you got there?
Witch hazel.
Oh, look at that. Pretty exciting.
And winter turban squash.
Look at that.
Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. I got some tansy. Everybody can't go wrong with tansy. Little medicinal properties going on. Got some garlic. This is from the other Lisa. I already smashed it. They were little. Look at all that. That's a ton. That's a ton of garlic right there. This is a Ziploc baggie. Lots of stuff. Lots of goodies. Yeah, these are going. A lot of that goes in now, actually.
Yeah, pretty neat. So back to Lisa real quick. So I've been pronouncing her name forever. No, it's okay. Forever wrong as Lisa, but it's Lisa. And she showed up. She was the first one out there. And I absolutely, Lisa, enjoyed you. I think you're a fabulous human being. And, that couldn't have gone better for me. And I'm sorry I had to leave earlier. But
yeah, well, I enjoyed her more.
I know you did. I know. I heard all about it. Yeah. Sheila says they're making soap. Pretty cool. I like that. Sharon says Miss Lippy's crew showed up tonight. We wanted to make Tag and Be smile, and you absolutely did that.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, you absolutely did that. How neat is that? Jasper Mom said they were playing and singing right in front of me. They were amazing. Yeah, when I was told about this, I mean, I was happy because it happened, but super sad I wasn't there because I would have just sat down in a chair and just watched these little kids singing about, apparently they did like the Jolene song.
And the dad sang too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Super, super cool. There's a video getting ready to come out on it. So I can't wait to actually see it. You see here, guys. And if you guys have asked me a question and I've missed it, the problem is they just scroll by so fast, and I certainly, try to get to all of them. Jesus says, I will be on way more once the app is out. My internet is questionable at best. Yeah, guys, I think this relates to a lot of people, and I'm trying as hard as I can to get it all fit in. We meet about it almost every single day. Oh, here's a good thing to talk about the website going down. I don't know if anybody even knew about it. Oh, yes. My goodness. You guys want to talk about a headache? Now, remember, I've asked you guys many times on this channel, do you feel sorry for me? Because Bethany won't make me cinnamon rolls, right? Or whatever. But this is one you should really feel sorry for me. So my partner who does freesteading with me is a traveler. So he travels all over the globe.
He's a nomad.
He's kind of a nomad. Yeah. So at the time he was in Laos. And so he's 12 hours in front of me. So I got a message at 2:00 in the afternoon, which puts it at 2:00 in the morning his time, that the website was down.
The freesteading
website was down. And here I am in my car just out of Kansas City, Missouri, headed to Tennessee. I'm nowhere near my computer. And the guy that could help me that I would go and deal with it on, it's 2:00 in the morning.
He's sleeping.
And my phone is just blowing up. A lot of you kind people are like, hey, something's going on. So anyway, I get all the way to Camden, Tennessee. And then by that time, it's about 9:00 in the morning for him, and he's awake. And he's like, what's going on, man? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been bombarded for the last, 7 hours that the site's down. What's going on? He's like, hold on, so let me go check. So basically, this is what happened. He noticed that our storage was getting pretty full, and we needed to add storage, which, guys, isn't abnormal. This is a normal thing that we go through, right? As we continue to,
as we upload pictures,
yes,
as you guys upload pictures, right? It takes storage on the website,
right? So we noticed it, and we purchased additional storage, but we did not apply it. We paid for it. We thought we applied it, but we didn't apply it, and we went about our life. Well, then the site got full.
Yep.
With videos and pictures, and it just crashed the site. And anyway, what an absolute
fiasco. It was an easy fix once we got to the time and we figured the problem, and it was fixable, but it was our fault.
Yeah, it was our fault. EV says, if you have questions, put an @ symbol in front of Life Done Free, and it will be highlighted, making it easier for Tag and B to see. Oh, goodness, thank you.
Thank you.
Arthur says, yep, it was definitely down. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely down. And it was, I'm in my brain trying to focus on, okay, what am I going to talk about when I get to Tennessee?
How do I get to Tennessee?
And man, my phone was just exploding. Jasper Mom's Tag, I want to officially apologize for the disturbance my fat black ball of fur caused. He was probably way overstimulated and trying to protect Mom. I'll find him a babysitter next time. No, don't find him a babysitter. There's a lot of dogs out there, and this is just something we're going to deal with. And
dogs bark.
No apologies needed, and especially Jasper Mom, because I wasn't there.
I didn't think it was a problem, but
hey, the Sea Squatchy is here. She Squatchy's here. How's Mr. Squatchy? Hey, Sue says growing pains. It happens. Yeah, guys, it absolutely happens. And I apologize.
When you don't know, when you've never ran a platform before and you don't know what you're doing. They caught it in time, but didn't follow through.
Yeah, it was on us. I mean, it was funny. I got a lot of messages about, did you get shut down?
Had the FBI got you? Yeah, I got a couple of messages that I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. No. I wish I could say it was something cool like that.
No.
But no, it was my own dumbass
operator error.
Yeah. Danielle Caldhill said I had to reset my password. I wonder if that was why. Yeah, I don't know why you'd have to reset your password. I don't know. But if it worked and you got in, then good to go. So we talked about the app. We talked about the marketplace.
And right? Going down.
Yep. I'm super excited about the marketplace. So you guys know, I really think this is going to change the way we can do a lot of things. And I think we can really focus on doing business with each other. And I promise you have my word, I will. You know, if I can get a good that I need and I can get it from the freesteading community, I'm absolutely going to do it 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Jonathan wants to know, is the Targon doing okay?
The Targon is alive. Okay. It was all droopy when I came back from and paid attention to it, but I put it in the greenhouse and I gave it water and the leaves just popped right back up.
So it's doing fine.
So yes, it's doing great.
Jonathan.
I needed to water it.
Yeah.
But that's good to know. So if it needs water, it droops down and it says, I'm thirsty. And then you water it and it's like, hey, my leaves are up. I'm happy. So that's easy. That's a good no.
Yeah. J&N says, no problem getting back in. Probably was user error too. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Well, clearly I'm the master of user error. And guys, this is a funny thing. And I'm not making an excuse when I say this. I've ran many, many companies in my life. I've never ran a social media platform. And so as you guys get into the site and you're learning, I'm having to do the exact same thing and learn it. But I think it's worth the trouble.
Heck yeah.
Arthur Leslie says, I can definitely see Tag having a T1 connection to the internet in the future. No. It's funny. I've joked to my friends a lot of times. You know what the greatest thing that would happen about the zombie apocalypse? The absolute greatest thing is I could throw my phone in the trash. That'd probably be the only good thing. But Deborah said that she heard Wanda say you might have to reset your password, so it must be a thing.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try really hard.
I've never had to reset my password. Have you?
I never had to. But man, that might be a thing, guys. I promise I'll do my best not to do that again. And really, we caught it. We knew it was coming. We just didn't apply it. We paid for it. It's like going to the grocery store and buying milk and leaving milk in the bag sitting at the end of the aisle. That's kind of that's what we did. You ever done that?
No.
Not you.
No. I bought it. I want it.
The Tinker's Wife says social media is a whole other animal in many ways. Yeah, and I'm learning this. And here's the really cool thing is that I've got some great people around me. I mean, there are people in here, in this chat, Sunshine Kid, for as an example, and Jonathan and Eagle Lover Texas, and there's a bunch of them that go in there that just totally pick me up and help me. And I was joking, we did a meeting because we're working on rebuilding the forums to make them a little more user friendly and to give some more topics and better search optimization, some of those kind of things. And I told them, I said, it's great to be around people who are smarter than me, and they laugh, but I meant it, because without them it'd be pretty hard. Hypocrite's Garden says, howdy from Northeast Arkansas. Hello. You know who else I got to spend time with Mandy Garrett when I was down there. She's from Arkansas.
You didn't tell me about that.
Yeah. And
hey, all you people from Arkansas need to go and put your Arkansas check in at the freesteading so that
on the state page.
Yeah. So that people in Arkansas are trying to yoke up, but they don't know any other.
Yeah. So for those of you who, that are in Arkansas, Mandy Garrett, who's on there, there's Lisa who's on there. There's, Hypocrite's Garden that's on there. There's a bunch of them on there in Arkansas.
I wonder if they're close to one another. I know it's a big state, but just trying to get you all together.
Yeah. Can Squatch says pretty good platform for your first time. Yeah. It's literally my first time, but in fairness, my partner it's his first time as far as building a platform per se, but he's built many apps and websites and that. So I've got, pretty good behind me. Jonathan says, yes, the tarragon is expressive. It will let you know. Waiting to see if the horseradish survives a 950-mile transplant. So
It will.
Talk about that. About how you dug up some
horseradish and gifted it away. Yep.
How many people did you gift it away to?
Just 2.
Just 2? And Jonathan's one of them?
Jonathan and Lisa.
Yep. And so, Lisa, if you're still in here, how does your...
Did you get it?
Did your horseradish make it?
It was very aromatic when the bag, it filled the Jeep up.
Did it?
The smell, yeah.
Yeah, you've got quite the horseradish patch. Jasper Mom says, no, I'm not ready to throw my phone in the trash. I can't watch Tag and Be. Jade Allen says, we have done that, left 2 bags of groceries. He thought I got it. He thought I got it. We may be dangerous when we get older. Laugh out loud. Yeah, no doubt. I have left bags at the checkout. So Deb says, first frost expected here tonight. Yeah, here as well. It's going to get, what temperature?
I thought it was 32.
31. I thought I read, it's fine. 31 or 32 degrees here tonight. Jane L says, I thought he got it rather. Yeah, right. I said hypocrites. Hippocrates as the, okay. Hippocrates? Say that right? Hippocrates. Yes. Hippocrates' garden.
He's the father of medicine.
Yes. He's the father of medicine.
Do you know?
Got it. And thank you for clarifying that. I actually thought Hypocrite's garden was kind of funny.
Hypocrites?
Well, it's because you know how gardening is. Like, as soon as you think you got it, you don't got it. And it changes all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for putting the link up there, Evie. Gina says, how do you find someone in your state? So I'm assuming you're referring to, Gina, the actual page. So if you go to your state in there, there'll be members. And if you click on the members list, if they've listed where they're located, it will show you. So you can, so when the state page comes up, you'll see some little icons like people's, what do they call the avatars? Their little circle with their symbol in it.
Yeah.
And there'll be 3 dots next to it. And when you click on it, it will open up and you can see all of the members. The other thing is there's a line, there's some, a line kind of in there. And one of them is members, and you can click on the members and it will list all of the members. If they've elected to put the actual location, because we don't mandate it, if they put the town they live in or the region or whatever it is, you'll see it in there.
Yeah. And I encourage you all to do that so y'all can find each other.
Yep. Tinker's wife says horseradish is a very hardy plant when it comes to transplanting. Yeah, Packrat, I'm totally impressed with the efforts you put into freesteading. I can't imagine all of the tiny details you have to whack-a-mole to keep what is up, running while unfolding new features along the way. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's so worth it. I'm totally convinced, and you guys know this from my videos, that I'm convinced the counter economy is a great way to go and that we can just do business with each other and, vote with our dollar. And so I'm super motivated to do it. It's funny, I get super motivated by you guys. I was talking to American Roots tonight. We were having dinner. B made us chili, and it was very good, by the way. I did not get cinnamon rolls with my chili.
No, you don't get them. Get them when you get them.
But we were talking about it, about how, that I get a lot of emails that say things like, hey, thanks for inspiring me or, whatever it is. And the truth is, it's the other way around. You guys keep me driving, and, like Packrat said, they're impressed with the efforts. That just makes me want to go work harder. And it's funny how we kind of motivate each other, Jonathan says, I cut that big root into 3 pieces and planted them. The other smaller ones I planted nearby. Leaves are dying off, but maybe the roots will recover.
Yep.
They should, right?
Yep.
The Tinker's wife said, haha, that would make a funny channel. Hypocrite's Garden.
Yeah.
Guys, it totally made sense to me. I apologize. I didn't mean to butcher it. But Jasper Mom says she's left her purse in the cart before. Yep. Terminator says, we are going down to -4, but feels like -6 tonight.
Yeah, she's way up there.
Yeah, you're way up there. Hey, Win, by the way, email me a good time this week, starting Monday on, Terminator, where we can do a video. Because I promised you we'd do one, and I'm ready to do it. So Joan Harris says, B, I'd enjoy getting some horseradish for trade for lemon start. You want to trade for some lemon start?
Sure.
Sure. Join here, tag and be at lifedonefree.com. I found 2 people that live close to me. Oh, good, Jan. Congratulations.
Wonderful.
This has actually been a super honoring thing to both B and I. Guys, we get a ton of emails that talks about, hey, I met somebody who lived, right next door, or I've met these other people and we're talking every day. How amazing is that? How amazing. I know, right? Am I pounding
What are you
too?
doing? Sheesh.
You didn't know I was mad. Gina H says, on the site homepage, there is a state button on the right side of the page that will take you to the state forums. You can join any. Another thing is to use the search box to search the state. Oh, Jonathan, you're a stud. Seriously. The search button, I forgot about that. So you can just type it in the search button. Right. Like if you go up here to the search button.
Type in Colorado and everybody from, okay.
Yeah, see much. I'm showing Bethany. Right, Colorado, not too much. And then it will, see, slowed. So all the discussion, but if you click view all when you get to the bottom.
Oh, so it shows all the discussions about Colorado.
Well, it does more than
that.
It
shows the members of Colorado.
So you can look at all resorts, forum replies, members. So there's 7, right? Groups, activity or activity comments. You can actually sort them.
Nice.
Pretty cool, huh? Okay. Yep. Thank you, Jonathan. Cornbread and tortillas with chili, not cinnamon rolls. Laugh out loud. Yeah. I've never had cinnamon rolls with chili, but I know some people do. Do that. Yeah. Eric and Norma say back to the cinnamon rolls again. Y'all are so funny.
Well, they're like, shut up about the cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though, guys. I know how to end the discussion about cinnamon rolls. I can end it with 100% certainty, and I need your help. You can do it. Miley says, is the Homesteaders Workday going to be live? No, it's not. Here's the problem is I'm going to be down in a valley and I don't think I can stream it. We tried to stream from Bee's Garden once and it was so choppy. I think I irritated a whole bunch of people. So I may attempt to do some shorts to see how well it works. And if it works, maybe shoot some live video. But I think because of where I'm going to be, I'm going to have a hard time with that. But I am going to film it both with a drone and with the camera. And there's going to be a ton of people out here. Tabletop Farms is coming over from Missouri. This is a new channel that I met when I was in Tennessee. They're going to come over and help. And then our normal, crew and American Roots is going to be here. And a bunch of, I am super excited about this day. And I can't wait. But Miley, if I can stream it, I will. But I don't think I'm going to have much luck at that. Jasper's mom says, I can't think of cinnamon rolls and not think about the pan of burnt rolls. I
saw that. Yeah. Because she made several pans of cinnamon rolls.
I was so jonesing for cinnamon rolls. I ate 2 of them.
Did you?
Yes.
With the frosting on them?
Yes.
Did you like frosting on them?
I prefer them without frosting, but I haven't had a cinnamon roll in so long. Oh yeah,
you're like, I'll just eat the frosting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she could have done sardine cinnamon rolls and I'd have probably eaten it.
They were orange, right? Yeah. Orange flavored cinnamon rolls.
Hippocrates Garden. Did I say it right? Hippocrates Garden. Yep. I completely deleted my Facebook account, closed all the groups. I managed, etc. Just too negative. Hard part is finding people willing to actually show up and get calluses or blisters to do work. Guys, it is hard, but I'm going to tell you something. You got to weed through all that. And what you'll find is, a whole bunch of really solid people who will come out there and absolutely get calloused up. That'd be a good shirt. Callus up.
Callus up.
That'd be a good shirt.
Ouch.
No, well, it's true.
Yeah.
Laura says, that's how I feel about New York. I can't seem to find anyone there yet. Yeah, I know there's a New York group. I haven't spent any time in it. So I don't know who's out there.
To see how many people are in there. Hippocrates.
Yep. Says too many people think clicking like is the equivalent to actually doing work. I actually struggle right here a little bit. Is trying to balance the YouTube channel, which I really want to do because I think it gets to spread community and it gets to spread that message of freedom and that you're not alone. And there are people out there who are actually living it every single day.
Yes.
And, and then also getting my work done. And, I got firewood to do and I got this to do and I got that to do. And so I actually struggle with doing it. But I do agree that way too much of that goes on. Joy Harris is out here in central San Juan Valley in California. We are still in the upper 80s. Joaquin, did I say it? What did I say?
I don't know.
Okay, I just didn't say it right. Okay. Mama Z says, you need to know your neighbors If things are worse, we are going to need each other. 100%. 100%. Okay. Arthur says, I'll be meeting some local homesteaders this weekend that I was never aware existed thanks to freesteading.
Wonderful.
I applaud. Jonathan says, I took pie and caramel oatmeal chocolate brownies up there for Tag, and he still wanted cinnamon rolls too.
They were good too.
They were really good. Yeah. He the pie was interesting. So he brought me chocolate pumpkin pie, which I had never had before, but it was absolutely fabulous. I was Jonathan, I have to tell you, I was really impressed with you. You know, some of the things that you're doing, I think that there's a lot of people who are doing it from an urban perspective that could really learn a lot from you.
Mm-hmm.
And I would encourage you to reach out to as many people as you can and show them that there's a way, because you're doing it well. A lot of people said that, like you really had it going on. Mr. Buddy says, Mr. Buddy's y'all, this is Lippy. My phone died. Enjoy the fellowship and thank you for the Lippy Raid family. Yeah, you guys, that was super cool. Didn't see it coming. It completely surprised me. I just start seeing these posts talking about the Lippy Raid. And what, man, if you don't, Miss Lippy, by the way, if that isn't a t-shirt,
Lippy Raid,
the Lippy Raiders,
the Raiders,
and like it'd be like a tamale or not a tamale, it's like a pepper or some, a Lippy thing,
Raiders,
spices or something.
Yeah, her voodoo sauce.
Yeah, super cool.
Which I tried. I don't know if I told you about this. She had on one of her lives, she was doing a thing where, like, if you bought 3 of the spices, then she was giving away a free voodoo spice.
Okay.
And she was like, to the top, I don't know, 25 people or something. You had to go over to her Etsy store. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta get over there. I hurried up and tried to get over there. And it said 25 people have this in their cart. And I'm like, no. But I couldn't get into Etsy. So I was like, dang it.
Yeah.
So I missed out, but I watched, I tried, but maybe when you get the marketplace, if I could be her first customer.
Yeah, let's do that.
Maybe she'll give away some free voodoo sauce again. Mm-hmm. Spice. Oh, do you want me
to? Yeah, you better. Sorry, guys. If you ever have cinnamon rolls with chili, you will always want it. I've heard that it's good. I've never had it. To me, a cinnamon roll is a dessert, not a roll. But Tiger Paw says, hi, y'all. Cream cheese icing for the rolls. Yeah, if I was going to have icing, I'd prefer cream cheese. But Jesus says, but I don't know how to build a Wallipini yet. Yeah, apparently I don't know either. Because you won't believe how much heat I take about, is the Wallipini done yet? And people, I don't know if people don't understand what goes into one of them, but you're talking about geothermal systems and concrete retaining walls. And I mean, there's a lot that goes to it. So just for the record, I will not have the Wallipini completed this calendar year. Let me see. Jane L says, one of our neighbors is native of Bosnia and went through a lot. He had taught us much about preparing. It's nice to have like-minded neighbors on both sides. Yeah, heck yeah. Heck yeah. I love the people who've experienced things like that. I could sit and talk to them, like that guy. I'm assuming it's a guy or a gal. I could sit and talk to forever. Packrat says, Bertie Sanders, I am once again asking for your help to get cinnamon rolls for all. Yeah, actually, I'm asking for your help to get cinnamon rolls for me. This has turned into a long overdue thing, but there was some good news with movement on this today. Not direct movement, but indirect movement. B fired up the wood cook stove today for the first time because it got cold here today, and actually baked some bread. So I did get, not bread, croissants. So I did get croissants made in the wood cook stove today, and those were really good. Let me see. My crooked little homestead says, while you were gone last weekend, Tag, I was fighting raccoons and lost 3 big turkeys. Yeah. It's funny. People ask me what's the worst predator on a homestead. And some people say coyotes and whatever. I'm going to say it's a raccoon. Those things. They break into your chicken coop. You can come back to have no chickens. Let me see. Jan says, at Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, unfortunately, I know my neighbors already. The one I trust the most is the liberal. The rest of them I don't trust at all. Yeah, Jan, maybe it's, time for you to go find your, a family, a tribe, go look somewhere, maybe around you or maybe in a different county and see if you can track somebody down. Laura says, I'm looking for anyone in New York. I'm in Long Island. I'm going to look for you real quick, even though I probably shouldn't because it's just taking me a minute. But did you go? Let me ask first, Laura. Did you look in the New York page? Is there anybody in Long Island there? Did you even look? Let me know, and if not, I'll go in there and look for you. Vicky said, "Did B learn how to use the oven yet?" Well, she got a lesson from when we had the plumber guy out here to hook up the gas. She got a lesson from her. But American Roots is out here. They got here today, and tomorrow they're going to be making cinnamon rolls. At least that's what I'm being told. Now, either they're actually making cinnamon rolls or they're just teasing me, which I'll have to let you know. But B also harvested a bunch of stuff today, big crates of peppers and tomatoes and stuff. So they'll be harvesting those too. So they'll have to use it either way. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Let's see here. Ooh, man, am I falling behind? Oh, I'm not too far behind. Okay. Yeah, Eric and Norma say second motion on the chili and cinnamon rolls. I've heard this before. Dolores says Miss Lippy's seasonings are awesome. Yeah, I don't know if Miss Lippy's still in here or not, but my email address is tag@life-done-free. I would like to, since B isn't up here, I'd like to order her some of those the seasonings, but I don't want her to know I'm doing it. So I don't know if you can send me an email or something we can do kind of a way for here. So it just kind of, shows up one day and, she's all excited because, I really like making her happy. She's like the coolest person I know. Let me see here. Jan. Okay. I think you were dressed perfectly for the occasion. I don't know. Let me see. Very good. Okay, let me see. LDS Prepper on YouTube has some very good videos on doing geothermal as part of a greenhouse. Yeah, I've watched a ton of videos about these, and I think I've got a pretty good idea, but I need to just kind of study up on it. But I'm just not ready to do it. I'm in the middle of. I did a bunch of travel, as I mentioned to you guys before, and then I also got this homestead rotation thing going on this weekend. So maybe after that, I can spend a little time on trying to trench the lines out in that, which will be my next step in it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get through which ones are questions and which ones are people talking, but just talking back and forth. Let me see. No. Okay. Hello, Freesteaders. Last to the Lippy raid. Hey, Crazy Days. How are you? Yeah, we got some pretty neat announcement coming up. Crazy Days and us and some others. I can't wait to get to. See, Grumpy Acres Farm. I watched your live recording from this week, and yes, it was 16 hours with traffics and pit stops. Also, Life Done Free can confirm he was wearing the kilt. Yeah, it's a skirt. Not a kilt, it's a skirt.
Yeah, it's a kilt. Yeah.
Okay. Wanda's on, by the way. We were saying hi to Wanda. Yeah. To some degree, I think a Wallipini is the current buzz topic, like Hugel culture was a few years back. Yeah, might be. I got roped into doing a Wallipini because my wife plays dirty pool, and she teamed up with Danny and Wanda from Deep South and Crazy Days and harassed me every 8 minutes until I finally gave in because I couldn't take the relenting pressure. Like the KGB. We should give each one of them a name. You could be K, right? Wanda can be B, Danny can be G. And together you can be, KGB. What do you think?
I guess.
Okay.
As long as it gives me a Wallipini, you can call me whatever you want.
Yeah. Hippocrates Garden says, careful with the kilt talk. I've got several. Used to be a competitive bagpiper. Yeah, super cool. Hey, if you want to wear a skirt, I don't care. I mean, if you're happy, I'm happy. It's actually, I get it, but I torture Garen over at Grumpy Acres. I always comment on his skirt. Freesteading, what is the terms of service and privacy policy? It isn't showing anywhere to read it. Well, that's interesting. Dixie Homestead, I don't know. You should be able to just click on it and read it. But basically what it says is, and you need to read it for yourself, but basically the terms of service, what it says is, as long as you're not calling for violence, and as long as we're not using hate speech as defined by homesteading, defined by freesteading. So what I mean by that is I don't consider someone saying I don't like Democrats or I don't like Republicans hate speech. I'm talking about something that we can't control. As long as you don't use those, that we're not going to censor anything. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell, but I'll look into it for you. Sunshine has returned. Miss Wanda, yep. Miss the kilt. How's Danny's thumb? Wanda says hello.
Hello.
Dixieland, you're very, very welcome. Hey, I don't know if they can hear you guys or not, but American Roots Farm from Arizona, as I mentioned, was up here, and they're driving right now somewhere between me and an hour and a half away to where they're staying, and they're up here looking at some land. And moving your life is a big thing, and this would also go out to Mike and to Mo, who were here today. But if you guys give them some encouragement, I would appreciate it. I'm sure that they're watching, and let them know to find discernment and follow your heart wherever that takes you is perfectly fine, and that that they can do it. I'm sure they could use the encouragement. Yeah, Wanda says Wallipini. Yeah. Goodness, gonna be the death of me. Yeah, I talked to Danny. I know you asked Wanda this, Brenda. I talked to Danny yesterday, I think, on video. Is that right? When was I up? Yesterday? Talked to him yesterday, and he was in great spirits, joking about his thumb, and we were joking.
When did he do his thumb? When did he do that? When he was cutting wood?
I'm not sure when he did it, but I was joking with him. We were on screen. I'm like, thumbs up. And we were playing back and forth, but it was funny. No, we were laughing. It was yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Wanda is a good influence on us all. I look up to Danny and Wanda. When we decided to start the whole channel idea and all of that, they're the ones that I reached out to first. And they kind of took us under their wing. And so, they are the godfathers of a lot of this. And I look up to them in a lot of ways. And it's been great to get to know them as people. And one of these days, I'm just going to drive down there to them and show up at their door, carrying the directions to a Wallipini. Because two can play that game.
Asking if you could have some chocolate milk.
Right.
Knock on their door. Excuse me, sir. Can I borrow your phone and some chocolate milk?
Let me see here. At Tag and B Dixieland Homestead, try the Start Here tab on the upper left of your screen. Yeah, terms of service. Yep. Little Flock, Danny preaching is so uplifting and challenging. His porch time is my church in the middle of the week. What's funny? I have a lot of people who've told me that's their church. What a crazy and encouraging thing that would be if you were Danny, to know that you're touching that, that number of people. I think that's absolutely amazing. You see, Jasper Mom says, Jonathan, yes, I remember you must have been a lot further south than I. For the trip of 16 hours, it took us about 9 hours. Yeah, well, Jonathan's clear down at the very, very bottom. So I don't know if he could throw a football to Mexico, but he'd be pretty close. Thank you, Little Flock. Yep. Thank you, Pack Rat. Danny and Wander, people we should all aspire to be more like, and Tag and B as well. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, porch time's awesome. I enjoy it too. Jan says, I got to go. Got a phone call. I've got to take. Much love. Yeah, much love back at you. Yeah, go do your business. Yep, super important. So what's coming, babe, for us? What's tomorrow look like for you? You're going to make cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls. Yep.
And I get cinnamon rolls with walnuts and raisins. I'm hearing.
I get to start the gas stove for the first time. Get to fire that up. If it all works the way it's supposed to. Yeah.
Yep.
I harvested a bunch of stuff today, so I need to kind of sort through some seeds and put them out to dry, or like lay them out to dry. I was trying to beat the rain that was supposed to come, so I was hurrying up and just grabbing everything off the vines and seeds that I could and just putting them in the Kubota until I could get, and then that's when you came and said, wrap it up, lady.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
I don't know exactly how that went. Hey, Mandy Garrett's here. Mandy, we were just talking about you. Yep, just talking about you. We got to spend some time with I got to spend some time. I was blessed that Mandy and her husband invited me to breakfast Sunday morning in Tennessee. And so we got to go sit out and just have a nice breakfast. I had biscuits and gravy and just chit chat about living free. And it was very encouraging to me. Hippocrates Garden says chocolate gravy for breakfast over homemade rolls with butter. Have you ever had chocolate gravy?
Permapasture Farms here.
Okay. Oh, really? Hello.
Thumbs up, y'all.
Hey, Permapasture. What's up, buddy? Yeah. So Eagle Lover says that cinnamon rolls, to take a picture to prove it.
Of the cinnamon rolls?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure she's gonna be doing a video.
Yeah.
She's gonna video you eating it so that everybody can see that you've got them.
Yeah. Hey, Billy's on here from Permapastures, by the way. So tell him what you thought about, because you didn't know I was doing it, about getting some bone sauce.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I have it. I want to use it. I want to use it so bad, but I also don't.
Okay, so explain to Billy why you don't want to use it.
Because I don't want the deer gone from the property for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing them. I like when they come and we have to like stand it, a ways away, and they grunt at me. They're like, get away from my baby. And I'm like, get away from my cow peas.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm just trying to feed my baby. And I'm like, but I am too. Don't you understand? So I don't want them to go. I just don't want them to eat the stuff that I want to have for myself.
Yeah. So Billy, there was a little restaurant, Mandy Garrett. Do you remember the name? But we went to this little dive restaurant right in downtown Camden.
It's not a dive.
Well, what I mean by dive, just a little diner, it was actually decent food. And I had a biscuits and gravy and an omelet.
Which is close enough to cinnamon rolls. So why don't you just, chocolate up to cinnamon rolls?
Okay, I missed a couple. Jasper's mom. Yeah, I did get that on the Wallipini, Jasper's mom. I've been studying a lot up on them, trying to get everything on them, but yeah, that's a challenge. Yeah, thank you, Wanda. Let me see. Billy, chocolate gravy is good, but sausage and country ham gravy is best. See, I lean with J&L there, that a sausage gravy, not a ham gravy, but I've never had chocolate gravy, so it's probably not fair.
Hey, well, you don't like frosting.
Hey, milk and
you don't
honey.
Like sauces, and you're
Yeah. Mandy says you're too kind. We talked about you and how blessing are we that you took the time to meet with us personally. Thanks again. Oh, yeah, we were just hanging out with buddies. It was cool. I would think biscuits and gravy would be sold anywhere in Camden. Yeah, I didn't have any problem getting it. Let me see here.
Oh, Pat makes it.
Okay. I'm sorry. She gets mad at me when I play with my beard. I think biscuits. Yeah. Okay. Deborah Jones. I've just put bone sauce on a peach tree I planted last week. J&L says I ordered them for a pair of trees. Miss Lippy, my phone is charged enough now. Cool. Hey, Miss Lippy, welcome back. Pat says chocolate gravy is awesome. I need to make some next spring. Great on pancakes with peanut butter smothered in chocolate gravy. I've never had
chocolate sauce. What's chocolate gravy?
Yeah, someone explain.
Milk? Is it just heated up chocolate sauce?
See, Packrat says that his wife would love a gluten-free chocolate gravy recipe like her grandmother. She grew up on it in East Texas. Okay, so Billy says I had a lady painted on the trees out front so her husband would stop hunting from the front porch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Billy, can you give B any reassurance that if she puts this stuff on her fruit trees, which she needs to do because they're being hammered, that it won't just scare all the deer away? Because she really likes watching them.
But not eating the trees.
Yes, but not eating the trees. Let me see here.
Or the strawberries.
Okay. See, if you apply pee to the garden, it will help keep deer away.
See, I've tried. I
Yep.
peed all over that place.
Are you a serial peer? Are you a serial peer on the garden?
It's like 600 feet up there. You're not going to run 600 feet to use the potty and then run 600 feet back up there.
Oh, my goodness. Helen says, tag, I must say that the Homestead project you created with B is amazing. It is amazing. We're living a dream. I'm so lucky to be here, and it's a lot of work. Mike, who came down here from Indiana today, said something so powerful to me. And he said, I'm not trying to, and these are his words, I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's nice to see that not everything's perfect. Dude, I love this comment. He's totally right.
hilarious.
He's totally right that when you do it all yourself, I'm not an expert in any of it.
I told Jess, I said, shit, I should have did the dishes before you showed up. And she goes, what? You mean like you're human?
Right.
You eat off of dishes?
Right. Okay. So the restaurant was called Down Home Family Restaurant. Thank you, Mandy. Red eye gravy is so good. Never even heard of it. Well, I don't even know what's in it.
I don't either.
Oh my goodness, I'm falling behind fast. Okay. Oh, hey, look at there. There's Half Bubble Off Plum. Greatest name on YouTube, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah. I met Justin at Metcalf Mills while I was up there. What a nice guy. I'm going to get one of his mills.
I was going to say, he's selling mills.
Yeah. I'm going to skip down a little bit. Where can we get the plans for the Wallipini Dixieland Homestead? Well, I'm going to film the entire process of building the Wallipini. I don't have any plans to work from. Well, that's not true. I've got bits and pieces of plans that I'll combine kind of into my own, but I'll videotape it. But I don't know where you can buy just plans for a Wallipini. Joint Harris says use tags here and laugh out loud. Yeah, but you see, to do that means you'd have to get me in the garden.
Yeah. Or collect it from him, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah, come on.
No thanks.
Tag, when you mill the logs, pour a little water on the area, get a pick, makes it pop. Oh, yeah. We can do that. So the machine actually runs water over it if we turn on the water, but we will. I'll take some good pictures and some good video.
Right.
Out there. Yeah. And if anybody's close to me and, wants me to cut them a mantle or, something for their fireplace, I'd be happy to do so. And, we can spread a little bit of love, but
you got 2 days.
Yeah, we got 2 days because come Sunday morning, I'm going to cut it all up. And you have to reach out to me by email. Let me go back there, Red Eye. I'm getting closer to the bottom. Okay, let me see here.
Red Eye is dripping from fried ham.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Fried ham.
Ham or bacon grease, coffee, and flour. So that's what called red eye. It's got coffee in it, right?
Yeah.
So red eye gravy is ham or bacon, grease, coffee, and flour. Mandy said, yes, wow. I want that mill too. Would be great for a community. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to hit up the community around here and see if they want to go in and buy a big one. Then maybe we can rotate around.
Bigger than that? Bigger than that?
Then what?
They make them bigger? Bigger
than the one that he's got. Yeah, that was not the big one.
Wow.
But it'd certainly make it go a whole lot quicker. Let me see here. Born and raised, joint here. Yep, got it. Yep. It's exactly how you do it. Okay. Half Bubble Off Plum says red eye gravy is great on grits. I've never even heard of it. Hippocrates says, I missed it. What mill? So Justin from Metcalf Mills has built a different type of grain mill. It's big. It'll produce way, way, way more. We've got a Country Living grain mill that we use now. But this thing's like to a whole nother level.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, grain mill, not wood mill. Yeah. Let me see. Oh, he's got a Woodlands Mill 126. Yeah, we're going to be milling our lumber tomorrow or on Sunday with a big wood miser hydraulic mill that we've got down there. B, just have tag P in a bucket. Yeah, that'd be so just not fun.
I know. I don't think I could get. You're so trained to go to the toilet. I don't think that I could get you to like, let's go to a bucket.
No, you just chase me around.
I am not chasing you
with a little bucket like this.
Do it. Come on. Puppy.
Do it like
this. No.
Go like this.
I am not chasing you around like a puppy.
Come on, you guys. Would you guys like to see a video of her chasing me around with a bucket?
No. Let me have your key. Please, sir.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Blockchain says, I appreciate your video and getting everything ready before people coming over to contribute. I've always said if someone is helping you out, things should be set and easy for them. That's right. Well, not just that, but I think that's super, super important, Blockchain. I think there's another part to this too, which is I get so many hours of energy. Do I want that energy spent cleaning up brush? or getting ready, leveling out a sawmill, or, you know, getting chainsaws running or whatever it is? Or do I want all of that time spent processing? Ruse Mountain Homestead says, yes, please do a video. Sissy babe, they're calling for you to chase me around with a bucket.
No, that's not what she wanted.
That's what she wanted. That's what's going on, clearly.
That was of the sawmill.
Jonathan says, nearby empty lots were moved this week and the small tree was cut down and left by the road. So I took it home and put the greens in a compost pile. But I wish I had a grinder to mulch the logs. Yeah. Okay, let me see here. Southern Blessed Homestead. Thumbs up and up. Think yes. I like seeing tag chasing bee instead. Yeah, I prefer to chase bee.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, it's much simpler. B, give tag a hospital style urinal to carry around and don't let him back in the house. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I'll just pee outside.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some advantage to living in the woods.
He can't keep his milk cup. I don't want to lost urinals around the house.
I got my milk cup right here.
No, it's like the third one today.
Maybe. Sandy, that's funny. He says Benson Agricultural and Food Institute in Birmingham Young University, I'm guessing, has a free PDF on building Wallipini. Okay, cool.
That's good to know.
Pack Rat says, Jonathan, I'd love to figure out a homemade solution that would chip branches and logs without spending for a pro job. Yeah, I can actually tell you guys a little bit about this. So I have what's the orange brand?
DR.
Yeah, so DR. I have a large DR chipper, and we owned it not very long, and I realized very quick that it is not the solution. It just can't do what it. So I went out and bought a big trailer one that you guys, if you've seen some of my videos that I
but the DR one, if we lived in Lincoln, like the house that we have,
that would be
in
fine.
Lincoln, and just some little logs and some brush, that would be perfect. It's when you move to 40 acres and go, hey, let's trim up all of these trees.
Well, that's a nice spin.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you what really happened.
I said, I want it bigger.
She said, I want mulch. I want a lot of it.
I want more. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you all come to the Pacific Northwest and do a conference thing? Yeah, I might. I would need to know well in advance, and I'd want to talk to you a little bit about it so I understood it. But I would be open to it. Tag me at lifedonefree.com.
He goes all over.
I travel a lot all over, so I would certainly consider it. But yeah, you just got to get me some details. Deborah says, "Do you have a cow?" Yeah, that's actually an interesting story. So yes and no. So we have cow shares. Okay, so the farm that's next to me, Rocky Top Ranch. So we buy livestock together quite often. And so he's got a couple cows out there that I own half of each of those. And then I have another cow at another homestead that we went in on that I own them. But on my property, I do not have a cow. I do own them, but I don't have them here because I bought shares with some other homesteads, which is something we do very regularly. Let me see. I'm getting ready to see. Okay, Skanes girl. I'm getting ready to see if I can get wood chips from Chip Drop. Got a spot ready for them a couple days ago. Okay, so we've been on the Chip Drop list for 7 years. 7 years, and you got to go on there every year, and you got to put it back in. And we've never had anybody drop it off. Now maybe that's just because of where we live. But,
yeah, we're out in the middle of nowhere too. So
yeah. Jane L says, my 4-year-old grandson thinks it's okay to pee anywhere outside. Well, I would have to agree with him.
Why not?
He's embarrassed his parents a time or two. Payback is all I can say. Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing funnier than driving down the road and you see a 3-year-old kid just because they don't just whip it out and pee a little. Like they bear all. I think that kind of freedom and that kind of self-confidence is amazing. And, kids need more of that. Hippocrates says wood chippers, some places you can rent one of the big rig. I bought a big rig and thought I was buying a good one, and it ended up having a blown engine in it and a leaking head gasket, and I ended up putting a brand new engine in it. So my $4,500 wood chipper turned into an $8,000 wood chipper, but it chips really, really well now that I replaced everything in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dixieland Homestead says still waiting on chip drop. Yeah, we've never gotten anything. I have a video on how I've gotten them over 20 loads a year. Really?
Wow.
Really? Remember that one, and let's go check that out. Hippocrates.
Yeah.
Hippocrates Garden. Let's go check that video out, guys. I'm interested. Mandy Garrett says she gave up on chip drop. Joanne Harris says I've been on chip drop for a year, no drops yet. Let me see. I probably just missed out. They were cutting tree limbs a month ago. They do that once every 5 years. Okay. Mandy wants to know what brand is the woodchuck. The woodchuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's woodchuck. Packers Tag and B. I think it is nearly impossible out in the country. You are better off giving the county road crews a 6-pack of beer now and then, and a place to drop it off. Yeah. Well, I mean, the truth is we've got enough. We just do it ourselves now.
Well, and there's a motel that we had seen the trucks parked at, and several times we'd gone up and asked the foreman there if they needed a place to drop, and they're not interested.
Yeah, so Miley, this is a very good question, B, and this is right up your alley. Okay, so Miley wants to know on Workday, is it wee-wee in the woods?
Yeah.
Well, it is wee-wee in the woods for the males. And for the females who have that courage, yes. But I would imagine that most of them will be going to the house. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it depends on if it's an emergency.
EB says link for Wallipini greenhouse plans. Okay, cool.
There you go.
I'm not finding the Bentonville Institute, so use the link above, okay? Yep, thank you. Yeah, I promised Wanda from Crazy Days in Deep South that when we built the Wallipini, we would film every step. And so, guys, I've already filmed the dirt work. It's ready to go, but I will literally film every single one.
Yeah.
Don't think my mom is going to let me buy a wood chipper. Yeah, she might not, but you know what? I'll bet you that if you
can beg for forgiveness later.
Yeah, no, don't do that. I'll bet you could find a farm that's got a chipper that would let you, like I make deals like that all the time. If someone's willing to come chip on my farm, you could take my chipper, you could chip all you want, and I'll split it with you. You can take half of it home, and I get to keep the other half. My wood, my chipper, your labor. I'd do that deal. Irrigation focus on a faces bidet, not to clean the swell, but to make the feces swell like a rainbow. Focus more than. I have no idea. I don't understand all that. Do you? I might just be tired. Jane L says girls pop a squat if necessary. Yeah, well, as you guys know, because Bees just admitted it, she has no problem peeing out in the woods, but a lot of girls do.
Popping a squat.
Yeah. You know what that is?
Yes.
Mama Z says, I don't want to get bit in the butt by a rattlesnake.
She watched 1836.
No, 1883. Did you? Yeah, Mama Z.
Is it 1883?
1883. Did you watch the series 1883 on
where the girl got bit by
was it Paramount or was it
yeah,
Prime, Amazon Prime? There's a girl that gets bit in the, yeah. Hippocrates says there's a guy in Australia that made a privacy enclosure with a straw bale in it as a urine deposition. Deposition, that doesn't sound right. He's saying deposit, right? A urine deposit station. I wonder how much urine a bale of straw would soak up. I have a mini wood chipper. I use it for my manure and small branches. Yeah. Skane says we've got several mills in the area. I bet someone would trade you labor. I know I would. Packrat says, I don't invest in petroleum products, but I believe in the power of PP. Ducks and runs out. Mandy says, wow, I wish you were closer. Then we would take that deal with the wood chipper. Yeah, well, you come chip all of them you want. Yeah, I've got so much that could be done. Justin says processing potatoes. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, I like to put these types of things on that last longer than 5 minutes on while I'm working. So one, I don't have to change the channel so often. And two, we can just chit chat. There's a reason Amish barns have small mounds of wood chips in the corners. That's where the men go, even though there's a bathroom in the house.
No kidding.
Yeah, but here's the thing about worry about that after a while that would really stink. And then are you in there cleaning it up?
No.
Versus just going and finding a tree somewhere. Mama Z says yes, she did watch it. Yeah, for anybody who hasn't seen that show, 1883, that's actually a really interesting kind of homesteading, prepping kind of movie. And these gypsies are trying to get it across.
They're going across the
America to try to settle in Oregon.
Trail.
Yep, and it's just their trials and tribulations of the journey, and it's really a pretty good show. Skins Girl says more worried about mosquitoes and red bugs here. Yeah. Jonathan says rattlesnakes probably aren't a concern up there, but poison ivy and oak is. I still have a rash on my legs from stomping around in the woods last week. Yeah, we definitely have poison ivy.
You still have a spot?
Yeah. Joint Hair says I don't need poison ivy and oak in my privates. No, that would suck. But guys, here's the thing about
you're not sitting in it.
Yeah, you pick your spot. Don't squat down in a whole bunch of plants you can't identify. First, right? Like find some gravel or something that's mowed,
You don't got to squat that far.
Yeah.
You don't got to get up close to it.
Yeah, don't wipe with poison ivy, no doubt. Always check out the area before you pop that squat. Lots of snakes and risk of yellow jackets. Nothing like trying to run from swarming bees with your bitches drop triangles. Oh my God, would I love to see that bee.
Yeah.
I would film that. Oh my goodness. I just blur out the parts, but
that would be awful. That would be awful.
Yeah. I think that'd be funny. Let me see. Hebrew said, apparently YouTube didn't want to notify me you were live, even though I rang the YouTube bell, which I subscribed. Yeah, the truth is, guys, I think that the powers that be don't like my channel much at all. Probably don't, because what I speak about is freedom and accountability and taking responsibility for your own actions and taking responsibility for your own freedoms. And, that's the most dangerous thing to them, right? They'd mentioned rather someone, charge a hill. So that doesn't surprise me. Live streams best, no commercials. That's right. Yeah, and I don't have any control on YouTube of where they place a commercial. So I like the live streams pretty well too, but mainly because I don't have to do any editing. Seriously.
Yeah, you complain about my videos.
Well, it's a lot of editing.
Yeah.
Because we'll be in the middle of a serious conversation and she'll see a Lego and
look over there.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, whoa. Where they went through, I don't know what that means, Mama. Because she's talking about 1883. Where they went through Texas is where I live. Oh, yeah, super cool. Yeah, you guys really should go watch that. That was funny.
Funny?
Yeah, it was actually. Did
you watch the whole movie?
I watched the whole movie. It was sad and
you
funny.
Said it was funny.
Well, the lady got her butt bit by a rattlesnake. I mean, if you're going to literally squat down and take a pee above a rattlesnake, you probably deserve to be bit. They replenished the wood chips tag. They replenished the wood chips tag. Yeah, but then you still got to clean it. You got to deal with it. Someone's got to go pick it up. But maybe that's what kids are for. Hebrews, we're glad you're here. My aunt wiped with poison ivy. Luckily, not allergic to poison ivy or oak. I've never had it. I don't know if I am allergic to it or not because I've never had it. But I mean, I've lived in the Midwest and spent my whole life in the woods.
I was gonna say you've been in the woods, so.
Let me see. I've been wanting to watch the 1883 movie, but couldn't find it for free, even on Amazon Prime. I think you have to pay, right? No. B and I just watched the whole series.
I had to download Paramount and get 7 days for free.
Oh.
And then we got to watch it on Paramount through YouTube or through.
Backrat says never squat with your spurs on.
Yeah.
Dixieland says, enjoy this live.
Thankful
that Miss Lippy shared your channel. Well, I'm glad you're here. And I'll go back through these Dixieland Homestead. I don't know if you have a channel or not, but I will absolutely go check it out and subscribe if you do. Arnan, have you all ever tried using biochar in your garden area? No, I have not.
Well, we put our ash in there. It has some of it's not all the way.
I guess that's kind of biochar.
It's stuff that's not all the way burned. It's wood, right? That's not all the way burned.
Yeah. So we have Arnan. We have 4 fireplaces or stoves in our house, And so we use quite a bit of wood. So B uses all the ash, but the ash isn't just ash. There's
Charcoal.
charcoal in there too. So
the ash typically gets put into the chicken bath, and then the chunks get put into the compost pile.
mm-hmm.
So
Sandy says, sadly, the aforementioned was a bad childhood experience for me. She apparently popped a squat over some bees.
Oh.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun.
Mm.
Hippocrates says, personal responsibility offends people. Try asking someone food insecure if they have a lawnmower, and if so, if hungry, why are you growing grass? Yeah. Guys, I'm going to tell you something, and I preach this and preach this and preach this. I spoke about this in Tennessee, is we have got to take accountability for our own freedom and responsibility for our own freedom. Everything that happens to you is your fault. If something that goes on that's bad, that didn't work out, it's your fault because of the choices you made. And if it worked out good, it's your fault because of the choices you made. And as long as you can accept that, man, you can really grow. It's actually kind of empowering when you get to that spot in your life. A lot of people go, oh, no, I was a victim because of this. No, you were a victim because of the choices you made that put you there. It doesn't mean that the guy that robbed you isn't at fault. That's not what that means, because he's certain at fault, right? What it means is that in the end, a decision made put us there, good or bad, whether it was intent or without intent. So Hippocrates, I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, Deborah Jones, oh no, that's horrible. Yeah, that would be horrible. What is up with that? I subscribed and registered to notify, but YouTube never notified me. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, you guys have to go in and be active in it and pay attention and go back in and resubscribe and stuff, because they drop them all the time. They don't like channels that ask people to take accountability for their own actions and responsibility for their own actions, because the truth is that's more dangerous. Because if you learn to stand on your own 2 feet, what do you need them for? Right? So it's the worst kind of message to them. So none of this surprises me. Let me see. Ruse Mountain Homestead says jewelweed grows near poison ivy and it helps with a rash. I didn't know that.
Huh.
You have to write that down so you can read that.
Jewelweed.
Yeah, jewelweed. I did not know this. Ruse Mountain Homestead, thank you. Mandy Gary, that happens sometimes. I've had problems with unreliable YouTube. Yeah. Let's get freesteading rolling, and if I can get it up enough and we can get where we're doing enough business where I'm not footing the bill out of my pocket, maybe we can open up freesteadings to do video hosting, because the software's already there. It's just the amount of storage space that I would need to do it would cost me an arm and a leg, which is why I don't do it.
Yeah.
Pat says, what's the easiest way to clean up cilantro seeds? Been working on them since you've been on. It's a pain getting the chaff off.
Are you that's Pat.
Yeah.
So you're pulling it off the plant? If you could just put the whole plant into a tote, and just like Nancy was saying, use your feet to kind of scoot the seed off of the plant.
Now she used flip-flops on her hands, right?
But she said that if for like the cilantro, you just put it in the tote, because depending upon what it looks like, when I pulled mine, the cilantro is right on the top, but there's long greenery, and I just left it all. I cut the whole plant off. And so I took that whole thing and stuck it in the tote. And so if you're doing that, you want to separate the little balls on the top from everything else. And so just smash it.
So pretend like you're making wine.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like Lucille Ball. Yeah. Did you see that episode where she was making wine?
Yes. Where are we at here? Yeah. Sandy said, I had a humiliating experience of explaining to the ER doctor what had happened after I got
epinephrine.
Yeah, epinephrine. Learned the hard way that I'm allergic to bees. Oh no.
Eesh.
That's a hard way to learn that you're allergic to bees. Let me see. Packrat says wood ash is a good substitute for lime. If you have acidic soil, it takes a bit more for the same effect, but you might be able to make it rather than have to buy it. So it might be the go-to solution. Yeah. You might be, Skanes Girl says you might be right. I look at all my bad choices as stepping stones to where we need to be. Skanes Girl, thank you for sharing that. Because guys, I've made a ton of bad choices too. I'm not perfect and I make them all the time. You just have to own them. You just have to own them. They're yours. Good or bad, right or wrong, own them. And it's just so empowering not to be a victim. It's just, I can't tell you.
Learn from them.
Yeah, powers that be. Joanne Harris says the powers that be that want you dependent for life. They absolutely want you dependent for life. Hands and GI tract moving intestines around focus. I don't know what that means. Can you make your own creams and soaps? Oh, I'm sorry. Ruse Mountain Homestead says you can make your own creams and soaps out of jewel weed to help, which you like doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see. Evie, no, the one I have is called an underground year-round greenhouse in your backyard. Yeah. Prayers for you, Dixieland. Yeah, is there something going on with Dixieland that I missed? I wonder if there's something I missed there, because I must have missed something. Focus multitasking. Yeah. Don't always count on jewelweed always being near poison ivy, as jewelweed only grows in damp and wet areas. Yeah, and it's been dry up here. Okay, where are we at here? Okay. Jewelweed grows within 15 feet of poison ivy. Okay, it's in my house dying or drying, Pat says. With the making wine. Okay, sounds great. B. Yep. Me COC. Rose Mountain Homestead. Yes, it is great in any form like that. Okay.
Chowchi.
Huh?
Chowchi.
What do I always say? Chiochi, right? Chowchi?
No, I don't know. Chochi? Chowchi?
Hey, folks. Tag, you look very tired. Please be sure to get some rest. Oh, I'm fine, guys. There's just been a lot going on, and I've been traveling a lot, and
Lots
and
of
all
visitors.
that. Yeah, but I'm just fine. I've got plenty of energy right now. I could go for many, many, many more hours.
Not me.
We could finish this up, and I could go build a coop or something. Yeah, no. Dixieland says it broke my lower back in 5 places: hip, pelvis, leg, foot, head, and lung injuries. Oh my goodness. What? You must have got into a car accident or something? Man, prayers for Dixieland. Dixieland, we're thinking about you. I'm going to think about you often. Hey, I know you're going to be tied up, email me. I'm sorry, whatever you're going through. Again, I don't know what caused that, but that is a lot of trauma. Jeanette says, you can drain them financially every year. Deductible. They needs doctors love. Survey. I don't know what that means. I have to say that a lot, don't I?
Yeah.
Why don't you read for me?
No, you go ahead.
Sandy says that's the measure of a person, to be able to own your mistakes and learn the lessons from them. That's how you grow and mature as being a human. Yeah, I love this comment, Sandy. But I think one other point I want to add, if I could add to your thing, is that the longer you allow yourself to be a victim, the longer you pay for the crime. And how expensive do you want the lesson to be? Because the cheapest it is when you just accept it. I owned it. It's me, on me, and go on. So I think I would add that too. Jonathan says, speaking of creams, I have way too much aloe vera and need to figure out something to make it with at Ruse Mountain Homestead. Yep, sells it on eBay. Did you ever get your pond done? Yeah, pond's done. It's full of water. And actually, the video that I put out yesterday, which was getting ready for the Homestead rotation. If you go to the very end of it, a lot of people don't know this because they don't watch to the end, which I typically like to drop something in at the very end. I sit down on the end of my dock and feed the fish, and the fish are coming up, eating on it. I'm trying to find the best herbs for pain because I don't like taking pills.
A horse crushed her.
Oh, a horse. Oh my goodness. Dixieland,
you know all about that,
yeah,
right?
You probably don't know this about me, but I grew up on a quarter horse farm. And my dad showed quarter horses all over, shipped horse semen all over the world.
You called it a horse farm. I called it a horse farm, and you said it's a ranch.
Yeah, it really was a ranch.
We didn't grow horses.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah. Okay, where are we at here? Yeah, did you have any advice for Dixieland Homestead in reference to for pain? Is there you talking about any oils or anything? I know there's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah,
but that's severe pain.
Heliochrysum is the first go-to. Wintergreen, wet peppermints. Those are pain. Heliochrysum is going to heal faster, but broke her back in 5 places. What else was it? Broken back. So those are bones. Go back up. What was it?
Maybe if I go back up, I'm never going to find
Oh,
where I
okay.
am.
Lung. That was a lung issue.
Yeah.
Injury.
Oh man, I blew right by that, didn't I? Right there.
Thank you. Yeah.
Two of the most educational work situations I've had was working in substance abuse, taking patients to addiction groups, and working as a hospice nurse. A lot of life gets distilled down to basics. Yeah, boy, I bet you could tell all kinds of stories, that when people at the end of their life, what really mattered. Because it wasn't what kind of car they drove, I can assure you. EV says wild lettuce is a good herb, and you need to help me with these.
Frankincense.
Yeah.
And we're copiaba.
Yeah, essential oil also good. Frankincense is also good.
Copiaba magnifies the oil that you put it with. Frankincense, when in doubt, frankincense.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, prayers for sure. Hey, everybody send your thoughts, if that's what you do, your prayers, if that's what you do, to Dixieland Homestead, and, for a speedy and, recovery, so we can get, so they can get back to what they were doing. Yeah, that's ouch. Agreed tag. Jane Caudill says agreed tag. And if someone keeps bringing our mistakes up to us, ignore and let it be their problem. Jesus forgives us. Yeah, I think, if someone wants to, keep bringing them up, just next is the greatest word in the English language. Don't let it even work you up, rile up. Just comes to terms with it in your own life. I've made many, 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 many mistakes, and I have to own them, and they're mine. And then I just don't even worry about it, See, Jonathan, you can freeze. Okay. Go down here.
What
Right
did
there.
she say? You could freeze aloe vera?
Let me go back up.
Is that what she said? Jonathan, you can freeze.
Dixieland says, I did not know that tag. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. I was talking about growing up on a horse ranch.
Horse farm.
Ranch.
Yeah, when I showed up there, it was castration day. I was like, what? No, what?
Yeah.
And what do you do with the balls? You throw them in the yard for the dog. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
So tell me more about your balls.
Yeah, and how many balls does a dog consume? What are you guys doing? Oh my gosh. No. This is normal? Wow.
Yeah, that's funny. Mama Z says, I think we all could sit here and say we have had a thing happen to us. I was hurt on the job as a corrections officer, but we can't let it define us. That's right. I had a really wise person told me that this is a great quote. I've always remembered it. Said, we're all products of our past. The trick's not to be a prisoner to it. And I think this is absolutely right. And guys, when I say everything's your fault, I don't mean that, like in this particular case, Mama Z, that you're 100% to blame for what happened to you. But you just have to take again accountability that you put yourself there for whatever reason, right? You have to just kind of own it, not because it lets the other person off the hook, but because just for your own healing. For me, go ahead, say it.
I think once you're an adult, yeah, that's fine.
That's probably
once
true.
You're
That's
a child and no different. I think it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
And if you are an adult that takes advantage of a child, then shame on you.
Yeah. Manny said, how long does it take before your pond filled up naturally? Okay, so my pond's 2.25 acres, the big one that we just built. It's 21 feet deep, and it took 2 rainstorms, and it was full. 2 weeks. Is that about right?
Oh, it was, yeah.
About that?
And it's like 4 feet down now.
But it's lost some water because it's, evaporates. And,
because we're in a drought.
Sandy Phillips says, amen, tag. Don't dwell on that which can't be changed. Learn from the lessons and move on. Too many people wallow and become part of the poor me mindset. Life is too short to waste time. Couldn't agree more. And couldn't say that any better. As we should, Dixieland. Pain valerian root.
Valerian root, yeah.
Okay, that's a good one, right? Yeah, prayers for Dixieland. Yeah, everybody pray. Let me see, where am I at here? Freeze the aloe vera as a cube.
That's what I
Interesting.
got. Yeah.
Okay. See, Pat Wiley says 6 drops of frankincense and 6 drops of sweet majoram in a gel cap, food grade oils, really helps with the pain. Great advice. Hippocrates says, I thought ranch was a salad dressing.
Yeah. Instead of farm.
Yeah.
It's a horse ranch. It's a ranch, Bethany.
Yeah. Hebrew. This is where I was at. I must have missed it. Where are we at here? Oh my goodness. It's just so hard. They go by so fast. They told me that I would never walk again, but the good Lord said otherwise. I'm walking and grateful.
Wow.
Good for you. Good for you. I hope you tell your story. I hope you reach out and inspire people to live a better them. You know, because of what you went through, Dixieland, use that for good. Use that for a great cause. You know, inspire people. See, Packrat says, I'm sorry to hear that. My farrier relatives were telling me recently about a woman who ignored the signs of her stallion was interested. I'm sorry, I got to scroll here. Oh, shoot. I have no idea. No, we got to that one. I'm sorry, guys. There's just so many of them. I'm just going to go where I'm at. Okay, so tech tip. If you are on the live, comment portion is selected, use the arrow key to go up and down more smoothly. Yeah, I hit the arrow key right then and I lost a whole page, I think. Better than picked balls. I've seen those in Idaho. Tag, thank you for being real about all the project items that need to be done on any given day. Now I do not feel so bad with all that I have on my list. Yeah, guys, I am the king of unfinished projects, but here's the problem is that it's not really like you set out to do that. But like, for example, I put my shop up and I get it up enough I can store my stuff. Even though I've got a ton of stuff to do, now beast processing kitchen needs work. Oh, wait a second. If I'm going to get the Wallipini and I got to get it before winter, and you just get pulled in a lot of directions.
At least the dirt work before the bulldozer leaves.
Right.
So there's a lot to do. We're just taking it day by day.
Yeah. Christopher says, hey, Tag and B just joined freesteading last night and glad to join your live stream. Well, I'm super glad you're here.
Welcome.
Hippocrates says adult versus child in our society without rites of passage to clearly define and announce, we allow people to be children selectively for way too long.
No kidding.
I actually totally agree with that. That was actually said really well too. Yeah, we allow people to be children selectively for way too long. Okay, I'm going down a little slower here. Let me see here. I had the mindset that it will take more than that to keep me down. Yeah, I'm inspired by you, Dixieland.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot to kind of go through,
and to move past. I mean, that would be trauma. Like,
yep. Learned something new today, Tag. I too grew up and still am on a horse ranch farm. Laugh out loud. Yeah, so tell you guys this real quick story. So my dad, my whole life, my earliest memories are quarter horses. Well, actually started in paint horses. My dad showed horses. He won his first world in paint horses. And then he moved on to quarter horses when I was a young man and raised quarter horses pretty much my whole life. And then about 13 years ago, he went into the VA hospital complaining of chest pain. The doctor didn't read his chart, and they gave him a drug called gentamicin. And because when my dad was in Vietnam, he had kidneys trouble, the gentamicin shut his kidneys down. He then spent the next 13 years on dialysis, waiting for a kidney transplant. He finally got a kidney transplant, had that for about 4 years. Then this last year on December the 22nd, he got his third and final COVID vaccine. On December the 27th, he fell ill. He was admitted to the hospital on January the 2nd. He passed away on a ventilator on February the 3rd. And so the horse days are, long gone. But he was a rock star in that world. I was very, very proud of him. Let me see. Mama says good night. Yep, good night. Pickled testes, gross.
Yeah, gross.
Tag, you need to institute a common YouTube live custom, all caps for channels to read and small caps for conversation. Yeah,
Between
guys,
others.
I would love that if you guys would put everything in caps on a question, because the problem is it gets going by so fast. And I've been on a lot of channels that said things like, hey, let's be on a live, but they never really got to the question. So I always said that if I was going to do a live, I would answer every question, but it's just getting to a point where it's really, really hard. So yeah, if you guys don't mind and would cap all the questions, that would help me get to them versus, just the stuff going back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dixieland said, sorry to hear about that, Tag. Yeah, it was sad. And you know what the worst part about the whole experience was? Well, I mean, the worst part, my dad died. But because of the rules and regulations that were going on at the time, he died alone. And I think about that a lot. I couldn't even go and see him. I couldn't tell him he was my hero. I couldn't tell him that it was all okay and that I forgave him, and it really bothers me to this day. Hey, Tony. Tony says she was watching from her phone but couldn't comment. But for Dixie, who has the broken back for pain, what's that word, babe? Arnica. Salve.
And comfrey.
With comfrey. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. EB. Yeah, it sucked, but off we go, Sorry for loss. Just thank you. Another tip. You can try this if you use the mouse to select whatever comment you are reading. As you get to it, if you scroll on accidentally, you'll easily find the selected comment.
If you select it, can you select that one, Jonathan, right there? Can you select it? No, like just put your your cursor on it and left click on it. No? What about right click? Oh, nope. What about right click? Nope. Jonathan, he can't figure it out.
You're passing, the guy that owns a social media platform can't figure out how to do the messages. Yeah, I would have no faith in me if I was you guys. Dixieland home, it was a long, hard, painful process, but it was worth every minute to be able to stand on my own 2 feet again. Amen. Hippocrates says, as a hospice nurse, I've recommended countless times a video by Dr. Peter Saul, very thought-provoking. Yeah, can you put a link in here? I'll watch it. At Conserve Friends, that's what Jack Spirko requests for comments, all caps, and it seems to work reasonably well. Yeah, I'm in. Click on the text and drag the mouse. Should turn blue. Yeah.
And then if you scroll,
it
goes
smart.
back to where you're at.
Okay. Got it. Jonathan, you're the man. So this is why I put people around me who are smarter than me. You can put the chat in slow mode. Yeah, I do these at 15 seconds. Maybe I should make it slower.
It says slow mode is on.
Yeah, it is on.
We're talking geriatric mode.
Yeah, it is in slow mode. I don't know. I've kind of been trying to experiment with that just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I see left light. Yep. Okay, got it. Please post a link. Yeah, we would like to see that link on the speech that you guys were talking about. Yeah. So, all right, guys, we're a minute 40. And what else do you want to talk about? An hour 40. And what do you want to talk about? So what's going to be your role on the Homestead rotation? What are you going to be working on?
I have no idea.
I haven't told you yet?
I have no idea. If one of the log splitters is open, I could run the log splitter. No. What? No.
No, you need to be managing.
Oh.
We're screwed.
I would rather run the log splitter. I can't hear you.
Yeah. So guys, how it'll work out, just so everybody knows. So I'm a big believer in management. So
he likes to boss us around.
No, it's not bossing around. It's about management. So we will have all the stations running. I will have one person on a skid loader, and what they'll be doing is just running logs back and forth for where they need to go. We'll have 3 or 4 people managing the children. So they'll be playing games. They'll be doing these things so that we can keep them occupied.
And safe.
Yeah. And then we'll also have somebody, Darren from Hacks from the Homestead, will be at the mechanics tent keeping all the machinery running. So, for example, if the chainsaw breaks, you'll just take it, drop it off the table, grab the next chainsaw, and go back to work. They'll be doing that. We'll also have a team on food and water, and their whole entire job will be to keep food and water in everybody's stomachs and down their throats. And then so B's real role
is
And
probably to, hey, do you have any of this?
you're the runner.
Go find that.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're the
do you-
runner.
I'm cold. Do you
Yeah.
have any extra of this?
Yeah.
Hey, you got any Tylenol? Hey, need Band-Aids.
Yeah. Yeah. So she'll do that. I'll try to manage it the best I can. And then we'll also have a film crew going around because I want you guys to really see what a homestead rotation is, both the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so we'll be filming. And I can't tell you how excited I am to have some of my friends from other states down to help, which would not be typical.
Right.
Mandy says B doesn't need to do anything because she's on vacation.
Yeah.
This is a time where the vacation
I'm
benefits
planning
you.
my vacation.
Sandy says that she was in a head-on collision and the vehicle that hit me was a concrete mixer. I'm grateful to be alive. Yeah. The truck driver was texting. Guys, don't text and drive. Just don't do it. Martin says, I have a labor problem. I have me, myself, and I'm working, and myself and I are just not pulling their weight. Yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling.
There's a lot to do.
Oh, so that's why you got those 2 new chainsaws.
So
Well,
the chainsaw.
that was part of it. One, they were just a good buy, and you can't ever have too many chainsaws. So I have 5 still chainsaws, and then I bought 2 Husqvarnas at an auction the other day. Is that right? 5 and 2. I have 7. No, I've got some pulling pros out there too, but we don't really use
I
them.
got one.
Yeah.
You didn't count mine.
Well, it's because yours is a little battery powered. I wish I was a chainsaw. That's not a chainsaw.
I know how to use it
Yeah.
by myself.
Yeah. Tag, what is your best advice for new homesteaders looking to get their first acreage? Oh my goodness. So Christopher, I'd like to ask you a couple questions on this if you want to type in there. So what do you mean? And I know that sounds silly, but are you talking about like you own the land? What are the first things I would do? Or are you talking about my best advice and looking for land? Because then my answers would be very different. Oh, wait, it says, sorry, looking to get their first acreage. Water. I think water is going to be such a big issue. I would put water clear at the top of my list. Christopher, if you go back into my videos, find one called How We Found Our Land. And in there, I do what's called a needs and threat analysis on how to find land and basically how we hone in based upon the threats that we consider important and then the needs that we have for land. But I mean, I think the best advice that I would give you is, first of all, water. Find water. The other thing is plant your fruit trees the first day. We've been out here a while and we're still waiting for them to grow up. I would have done that, a whole lot quicker. But, the other thing you can do, Christopher, is email me, tagandbe@lifedonefree.com. And I'd be happy to chit chat if you tell me a little more about where you're looking and some of those kind of things. Maybe I could help out. I think the other thing maybe that I would mention to you is put as many barriers between you and the populace as you can. How many people can reach your homestead within a tank of gas? And I don't know that this, I'm not so much a buyer in the golden horde thing so much as I am that I know that great people will do horrible things when their kids are hungry. So I would certainly consider that. Deb says your job is to direct people where to pee.
Yeah. That way everything can be watered at the same time.
Yeah, Lazy Loper said, sorry for the loss that she had to deal with the restrictions. We lost my dad in 2012. Yeah, it was so hard.
That's it's squatchy. Lazy Loper.
Yeah. It's hard for me. We got to talk to him a couple times, in his last couple of days over, Facebook Messenger and that kind of stuff. And to see this man cry was just, it might not mean much to you guys, but, my dad, was a 3 Purple Heart recipient, Vietnam War guy, tough as nails. And he knew he was going to die alone, and it haunts me. I mean, what an absolute shame. We did him a huge disfavor and, I'll never get that time back. And, anyway, God, I'm still angry about it. Helen, water and flood zone map. Yeah. Flood zone map would be a good one too. Packrat B, it's a chainsaw that you can lift and will use. That absolutely counts as a chainsaw.
It cuts trees
They're
down.
going to vote with you anyway.
That's
what does that matter?
They should.
I get totally, abused with lack of baked goods and they take your side.
Abused?
Abused.
You're not abused. You have people flying in from other states to bake for you.
Because you won't do it.
Damn straight. Oh, come on now.
Oh man, he says, "I'm so sorry, Tag. That is tough about your father." Yeah, it's the worst part for me about it too is that we weren't very close. I mean, we were closer than we'd ever been. We closer than we had been since I was a teenager. But there was always. It's a long story. Maybe someday I'll get into it. But it was always hard. But you always think to yourself that, and I did too. That hey, I'm going to make amends with my dad someday. And it's going to be better. And we worked on it. And our relationship again had grown a lot over the last 10 years. But I never got to tell him I forgave him. And I know with 100% certainty that when he died, he thought that I didn't forgive him. And you know what? That's just horrible. Mandy says, I'm sorry, Christopher says, yep. Tag.
That's I love you.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Dixieland, it's not right how they have done all of us, but that is for another time. I tend to get into trouble with my thoughts about things there going on. And you say, yeah, I do too. I do too. Arthur says, absolutely right, Tag. Good people will go feral in order to get their food to their family. They absolutely will. Many military have seen it happen firsthand in other countries. You bet. Skins Girl says, I've got an old Husqvarna with no safety. My dad would never let me use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dixieland says he knows he forgave you. You forgave him. I hope so. Okay.
Chowchi.
Chowchi.
Mama.
Are you sure it's Chowchi?
I think so.
Okay. Chowchi, C-O-C?
C-O-C-C-I-E.
Okay.
Chochi.
Okay. So, Chochi, if that's correct, in this
Mama.
somewhere, will you say that B has it correct?
Or do you want him to continue to call you C-I-O-C-I-E?
Yeah. I'm gonna throat drop you right here in front of everybody.
Come on, man.
Oh my God. Okay, so my dad came here from Italy at age 4, built a business, and served in the army during World War II. And when he died at 96 years old, veterans stopped and saluted as the procession went by. I'm so proud of him.
That is awesome.
Yeah, Helen says your dad is watching over you. Yeah, I hope so. Packrat Tag and B, there's a lot that politicians and medical administrators will have to answer for in the final reckoning. I'm sorry that you didn't get closure on that. Yeah, me too. And that's the part that sucks, is that I should have been the bigger man. I should have been, and I wasn't. And I'm disappointed for that. Tag, daddies know. Don't worry and wonder. He knows. I hope so. Hippocrates. Why do I struggle with that? Hippocrates. Says a lot of what happened during the plague was going on before, just not as overt. Part of why I got out of hands-on nursing and healthcare system, putting its policies and such above patients' rights. Guys, I cannot tell you what a horrible situation that it was. We got so frustrated. They when they put him on the ventilator, and he said he didn't want to be on a ventilator, but then the doctor said that verbally he said it was okay. Well, obviously none of us were there. We threw such a fit, and with some of the political connections I have, I had him flown on a ventilator away from the VA hospital that he was in to a different VA hospital, hoping that we could save his life. And he died a few days later, and I wish I'd have done it sooner. Helen wants to know, why won't B make Tag cinnamon rolls, cinnamon buns?
Would you like to answer her?
Because she don't love me.
Damn straight.
Oh.
Because he's only going to eat one. He wants me to do this 45-hour process so he can have one. We've gone through this before. If he would eat all 45 of them, that's different. But he doesn't. He wants one cinnamon roll. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But here's the thing. Why can't you take the roll when you roll up the cinnamon rolls and cut them, and you cut all the cinnamon rolls up, and take 2 or 3 out and bake them, and put the rest in the freezer to be baked later?
Because that beautiful dough that rises and you punch it down and it rises and you punch it down, it doesn't rise later.
Why do you have to bother me with the details? Why can't I just?
Because it doesn't work like that. And then when I tried to bake them later, you're like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, eat it.
Hey, people.
You remember this, right? And you were like, I'm not eating that.
Okay, Chochi. Is that how you pronounce that? Chochi is the dialect of my dad's hometown.
Chochi.
Chochi. So you had it right. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it.
That's all I'm going to say.
In the medical field myself, and it has been horrible, and human thing that has been done to people dying alone. Yeah, Lynn, I can't even tell you. Yeah, it was protocol kill vet, in my opinion. I actually agree with you, because he was maintaining okay. I mean, he wasn't doing great, but he was maintaining, and then they said that they talked to him and told him he needed to be on a ventilator and that he agreed, but obviously none of us were there.
Well,
so.
First they told you that they vented 6 people and none of them survived.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Good night, everyone. Got a big day tomorrow. Putting the walls up in my addition and haul the wood. Yeah. Hey,
nice.
Yeah, Terminator, I got your email, or I seen something pop up from you. I'll look at it when we're done. Helen says that you love me.
I do.
She loves me, but she hasn't discovered my love languages.
Oh my gosh. Here we go again. Do you know when I have a really, really good day?
Yeah, I gotta tell him. I told B last night we were laying in bed, and I said, when I come to bed and you bring me chocolate milk to bed, I think it was an okay day. Do you know how I know I had an exceptional day and that you're proud of me? She said, how's that? I said, I have baked goods. Huh?
Yep. And chocolate milk.
Yeah. Yeah. She just rolled her eyes. But anyway.
Yep. I said, looks like today wasn't a very good day for you. Go to sleep. You got work to do tomorrow.
See, Sandy says you two are funny and adorable. I miss having that kind of companionship in my life. Yeah, I'd be lost without her. Sandy, we have our struggles in a relationship. Like, I don't get baked goods. Mainly, it's the big struggle. Would you agree?
Yeah. You poor thing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You feel sorry for me?
Yes.
You should.
Yes.
See?
Yeah.
Milk and Honey Heritage Farm says, why can't you just bake them and then freeze them?
He won't eat them. He says he's not a picky eater. He's a picky eater.
I'm not a picky eater.
I want them fresh out of the oven. I only want you to bake me one.
I don't see what's wrong with making just
fresh
4.
out of the oven.
Okay, but
is so warm and good.
I know, but
in
bake
my tummy.
Bake 4.
Oh,
why do you got to bake 27?
Because
bake 4.
It's just not like that.
What do you mean?
Just not like
You're incapable of baking 4?
I'm incapable of baking 4.
What's the minimum you can bake?
45. That's what the recipe is. It's like 45. That's what your mom gave me the recipe.
Do you know what's magical about the number 22.5? Or 11.25?
No.
11.25 is a quarter of the recipe. So can't you just quarter everything?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right. Just in time, that protocol was used far more than necessary, in my opinion. But this is probably not a venue for that conversation. Well, I actually think it's absolutely a venue. I absolutely agree. I think it's a travesty. Arnett, I love you all's banter. You act like newlyweds. Yeah, we are pretty newlyweds, aren't we?
I reckon.
How long have we been married?
Like 2.
2 decades.
Long.
We've been together 17 years, is that right?
Yes.
17 years. Let me see. Lynn says, cannot find anything that makes near what the field pays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we like eating here. Yeah, Mandy says we're funny. She's funny. And you know what, though? We could solve so many of our problems if she would just, make me some cinnamon rolls.
I knew you were going to say that.
What? I don't see what the difficulty is.
It's like I don't see why I can't have a Wallipini today.
Really?
I don't see what the difficulty is.
Really?
I'm only asking for one.
Just one Wallipini.
Not like one a day.
And you see no difference between a Wallipini and 4 cinnamon rolls.
Same thing.
Yeah, one's $30,000, one's $4.
It's not $4. Have you seen the price of flour today? Or butter or raisins? Sugar. Sugar. You can only buy so much at a time now.
Yeah, okay. Sounds like the cinnamon rolls need to go in the freezer after baking. Here, click. Here's another cinnamon roll for you from the freezer. Work through the rest of them before I make you more. I agreed.
Yeah, that wouldn't
I agree
work.
with it. I agree with
wouldn't
that.
work because I know you and
I'm
you're
saying it would
like,
work.
this is all going to the trash. Now I need more. You would do that. That is totally something you would do. I figured you could eat the Brussels sprout, the one Brussels sprout. And you said you figured wrong. You just want it your way.
Packrat says cowboy up then and eat 45 then. They probably
Damn right.
make, what's that word? Bariatric?
Bariatric seats for John Deere.
Yeah, right here. Ruse Mountain Homestead says cut the recipe into 8s and make 5 or 6. See, I don't see the problem.
Oh my gosh, that is so much work.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's kind
It's
of
a work.
No, it's not. It's easy. I'll even do the math for you. Give me the recipe. I'll break it down into the measurements.
And you're gonna like make a little tiny ball of dough.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. You'll see tomorrow. You'll get 45, and
so
we'll see how it works.
Why don't we just chop one piece of wood? I like where Thomas is going with this.
For what?
Why don't you
That's
chop?
supposed to be Tony. Tony, no. Shh.
Tony, you just got shh.
No, you're supposed to be on my side.
Yeah, half bubble off plum says, and after you make just a couple of the cinnamon rolls, you can make the rest into waffles.
I didn't know you could use. You know, somebody else was talking about pizza dough recipe for.
Sandy Phillips says, tag, B is going to freeze a bunch of cinnamon rolls and fling them at you like hockey pucks when you're messing with her.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do that?
I'll put one under your pillow. I'll put them like in your tool bag.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if you put a cinnamon roll under my pillow, you'll wake up with ice cubes in your underwear.
I know. Oh, I thought you were going to say I'd wake up with it in my hair.
No, that wouldn't be fun. Yeah, see, Jasper Mom, this is crap. 1 Wallipini equals 1 cinnamon roll.
See,
We were talking about the barter exchange. How many chickens did it take to buy a turkey? Apparently, Wallipini is 1 cinnamon roll.
it's a lot of work.
Okay, so here we go. B can send me 44 rolls, which means I get 1, they get 44, and my kids will eat them all in one sitting.
Yep.
Christopher says he just paid $60 for 100 pounds of sugar. So that's $30 for a 50-pound bag. That's not horrible.
That's not horrible.
We haven't bought it in a long time, but here is the wall you can talk to that cares if you get a cinnamon roll or not.
Yeah, she's talking like this.
Right. Right. Yeah, apparently nobody cares. Just in time. Good night. Thank you very much for coming. Whoop can. Cinnamon rolls. I don't give it. Good night, just in time. Yep, good night. You two get along so great. Could you imagine how well, Lynn, we would get along if she made me cinnamon rolls? Could you even imagine?
You would find something else to complain about. It's just cinnamon rolls for right now.
Look at Jonathan.
Tomorrow, put him in his shoes.
Yeah. Evie said that was the last stream suggesting using pizza dough from your local pizza shop.
Yeah, I was going to say somebody was talking about pizza dough.
Yeah. Tag, food for thought. Workday could be a good small item barter for all that attend and bring something to barter seeds. Yeah, I actually like this idea. You know, maybe as Homestead rotations go on, we could finish the day with a little barter time. Anybody bring whatever goods they're trying to get rid of, or if they're looking for something. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of times we do that without even, I mean, just, like the box of cedar. I just sent it to somebody. Hey, do you want this box of cedar? And
Yeah.
they're like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just,
Yeah,
we
but
get
those-
rid of stuff as soon as we decide that we don't want it because
Yeah.
we have to store it. So then I'm like, how fast can you come and pick this up?
Yeah.
Because Tag's getting ready to throw it in the trash.
Milk and Honey said we can add cinnamon rolls to barter because apparently I would pay for them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. What's that word?
Apothecary?
Yeah. What's that mean? What's apothecary? He's going to get you an apothecary scale so you can measure out the microgram
Oh my God.
or 2 of yeast, a few grams of sugar, etc. Just like a compounding pharmacy.
Yeah.
You can get small batches now. Well, I think it's been clearly established that Pack Rat agrees with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Traitor.
Good girl.
Dixieland, I love the barter system. Our world would be so much better if everyone would join it. Amen. Yeah. Oh no. B, you can take the extra dough and make Tag a Princess Leia costume. With the bun hairdo.
Oh.
Whoop. With a P, canned cinnamon rolls, Pillsbury biscuit cans that you peel and whoop on the counter. Oh, so like beat them down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also see whoop biscuits. Okay. Oh no, this is mean. So Hippocrates says that for Christmas you should get me an easy bake oven.
Oh.
You like that?
No, I don't want you baking anything. Because then it's going to be like, oh, I thought I could bake some Kydex in here. And then it's going to be like, oh my gosh.
So here's my dilemma, folks. This is really important message from Tag and B.
Very important.
Very important. I'm not allowed to cook them.
And you're not allowed to eat them.
And I'm not allowed to eat them.
No, you can eat them if somebody makes them for you. But I am not making them.
So you're not making them and I can't make them.
No, but Jasper's mom made them for you. And Jess is making them for you. Look at all these people who just want to support you.
I think it's amazing that all the people that want to support him, I'm just surprised one of them isn't my wife.
Yeah. I fed you dinner.
I can see it now. First item on the marketplace will be Tag looking for cinnamon rolls. That would be pretty funny. Yeah, like the ones I made, Jasper's mom said at the Midwest Preparedness Festival. Yep. That's Eric says that sounded like a public service announcement.
Yep.
Yeah, I was trying to get the, the drama into it. Because one of these days, one of us is either going to win or give up.
You get cinnamon rolls. Jasper's mom made them. You're getting them from Jess. You're getting cinnamon rolls. You're just not getting the ones you want.
Isn't that a tragedy?
What? Not a tragedy.
What did I say?
It's not a tragedy.
It's tragedy. Well, I'm thankful that Jess cares enough about me. She's going to make me some tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. She'll learn.
Yeah.
She's going to make all those cinnamon rolls and you're going to eat one and she's going to go, wait a minute, dude.
There will be just pictures of batches of buns on freesteading. It'd be funny. Tag, you aren't allowed to cook. Somewhere in the past, did you burn her kitchen? Go ahead, tell it. Is there story time from an insurance report? Go ahead.
No, you didn't.
Tell them about the eggs.
The eggs?
Yeah.
That you burnt?
Yeah, I remember that put on a boil at night and went to bed and fell back asleep.
Oh, no, that was, yeah. Yeah, he's not that great in the kitchen. He's not allowed in the kitchen. Either kitchen. Any of my kitchens.
So one night I got up in the middle of the night because it's not abnormal for me to get up and
be hungry
or go work for an hour or something, just do something in the middle of the night and then go back to bed. And so I put on I was boiling myself 6 eggs and I put them on the stove and then I went back to sleep. That was a beautiful picture in the morning. Let me see. Skanes Girl said, I left nursing before COVID. Total burnout. The system sucks. And I was doing outpatient case management for an HMO. Yeah. Tag were.
Mm-hmm. You were.
I were. Sun oven won't catch fire. Yeah, Bethany's got, how many sun ovens do you have?
I have 2.
2? Yeah.
And they work great.
Yeah,
We've exploded corn dogs in there once.
Yeah, Close the Arc says, tag, we're soul brothers. I can burn cornflakes. Yeah, I'm just not gifted in this way. The problem is I don't enjoy it. I don't even really enjoy eating very much.
That's true.
I mean, I just don't.
I'm like, what sounds good? He's like, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to eat? I don't care.
Yep. Arthur says, if the world turned upside down, a true trading post of old would be effective. Yeah, this is a project that I've really wanted to tackle. I just haven't really found the right team to do it. But I think to find a 8x11 laminated card that would explain a barter system based upon homesteading commodities. We joke about how many chickens does it take to buy a turkey and how many turkeys to buy a goat, and then how many goats to buy a sheep and a sheep to, and if we could come to an agreement on here's the baseline, right? Because it's always different. This breed of chicken's worth more than this breed, et cetera, et cetera. But to create some kind of card that's kind of the basis, kind of a standard, that's kind of a basis, I think we could really build an economy off of it. And I would love to tackle it someday. Let me see. RNN says, an easy bake oven uses a 100-watt light bulb to cook cakes and cookies.
Huh.
I love it when they came out with the all-American version of the sun oven. Same thing, only larger and dumbed down. That'd be good.
Is mine the all-American?
Mm-hmm. You have 2 of them.
They're exactly the same. Yep. I didn't know if they were all
They're
American.
The same, yeah. We ran into a deal at an auction. They had a whole bunch of them, and I bid on a whole bunch of them and got a whole bunch of them, but then we distribute them out amongst the community. B ended up with, you already had one, but you got a second one out of the auction, and then a whole bunch of the other homesteads got them too. Oh yeah, Tag, you need to be on task for the entire egg boiling process. Yeah. Not to ruin the pot and make the place smell like sulfurous death. Yeah, I don't think I was the most popular guy. Mandy says that she has a story of almost burning down a whole apartment, but I will tell you guys one day. Yeah,
that's scary.
Dixieland says it really needs to be done. Dixieland, I couldn't agree more. I would really love to tackle it, but the problem is I need a team around me to do it. It's just not something I can tackle by myself. My ex tried to make a frozen pizza in the oven, but left it in the cardboard packaging, and he went to sleep. I woke up to black smoke everywhere and smoke alarms blaring. Oh,
good to know.
Yeah, Dixieland said they've been thinking about that as well. Yeah, I think it's something we should tackle. It's hard to case prices in states are higher or lower. Yeah, I think there's always going to be a variable. Again, like one chicken breed, mine's healthier, mine's, sicker.
Mine's farm raised.
Mine's farm raised, whatever it is. But I think if we could find a baseline, something that I could say, okay, typically it takes 6 chickens to buy a turkey. But my chickens are special, so maybe it only takes 5. Or, in where I live, apples grow really, really easy, when maybe in Florida, so there's going to be some variables in it. But I think if we could get a baseline, we could have a lot of fun with it. Jasper Mom, good night. Packrat says, if there's a barter system in place, you could, dare I say it, buy and sell things that have no price. My wife is in the background nodding about the barter card idea. That sounds cool. I think even if it's cool, even if it's never even used, if it just gets people thinking and gets that whole process started, I think it'd be worth it. Skange Girls, that's been my concern. How much to barter for what? Some of my preps are being broke down to barter. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be neat. In this small town, people leave items at our local dump for anyone to take. We take items, either give away or fix and sell locally. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dixieland says she'd love to join a team to work on it. Yeah, if anybody's interested in tackling the project, tag and be at Life Done Free. And if we could get, 6 or 8 or 10 people who'd be interested, it'd be something I'd be interested in playing with. Roos has got to get off here. Everyone have a good weekend. Yep. How about bartering based on the need between the 2 bartering parties? Wouldn't that be simpler? Well, it would be, but Mandy, here's the thing is that I get into these conversations all the time that people say, well, I'd like to barter, but I don't really know what it's worth. Mm-hmm. What is, and I've had a lot of people even come in and talk about, okay, let's do it by weight of meat. So how many pounds of meat are in a chicken compared to that of a turkey? And there's your exchange. The problem with that theory is that chicken and turkey are not the same meat. It'd be just like trading for beef. It's not the same meat and they have different values. So I don't know if we can make it work out, Mandy, but I just think it'd be a really cool exercise. Standard pricing for cinnamon rolls, sell for $1 each. If you make 45, sell them for 45 if you make one. Ouch. Vicky's got a point here, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys heard it right here. I will give B $45 to make me one cinnamon roll. Vicky, you have a deal. You, Vicky, all alone, Sunshine Girl. You have dropped the hammer and you have closed the deal. Would you agree?
No.
Well, we tried. Oh my goodness. Would you do it for 50?
No.
100?
I don't even have time right now. I'm trying to get stuff done.
You know what the problem is with me making her offers to buy them is she already has all my money. Like I don't carry any weight. The word barter has to be a little giving on some things. I agree. Everyone's chickens are not going to weigh the same either. That's correct. So there's a lot of variables, but still, what's the beginning point? What's it based on? You know, an average chicken weighing X amount of weight in average health, meat bird, is how many of them does it take to buy the average turkey of the average weight? And I don't know. Maybe it's a waste of time to do it. I just think it'd be fun. Skeins Girl says, my dad always called the dumpsters the green store. It's unbelievable what some people throw away. Yeah. Milk and Honey says, make the 45 one great big one.
Yeah.
That would actually be funny if I came
now
home
I have
and
a
you
giant
said,
oven so
yeah,
I can be like,
I made you your cinnamon roll, baby.
On a sheet pan.
I'd be fine with it. I'd eat the center out of it. I would.
You better eat the whole thing.
The age of the chicken or meat or egg, lots to think on. Yeah, there's so much to think on. I double dog dare you to pay you $95 to make it worth it to her. I'll pay you $500.
Right.
What is it? See, this is the problem with this threat, Evie. She already has all my money. She gets it long before I do. So
I give you an allowance.
I'll give you $1,000.
Right. I'll just take it.
That's my point. I gotta figure something else out. Sandy Phillips says, y'all are hilarious. I've got to say shalom, blessings to all, and good night. Good night, Sandy. Thanks for the fun and the fellowship. Yep, and thank you, Sandy, and thank you for participating. You make it fun. Okay, Chiochi?
Sure, that's better than CIEC.
Okay, say it again.
Chowchi?
Chowchi. Chow. Barter by need. List what you have and take offers. Economies of scale. B, what will it take to get you to yes? Oh, wait, she's already got your dough. No cinnamon dough for you. Right. You already got my dough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know how to get it. You know, we got to get to a place where she's really in need of my help at something. Like we got to get in a place where, baby, I need you. I need you. I need you.
Help.
Yeah. And
but do you really need
how
my
much
help?
do you need my help? I think it's really that we all may have to face before it's over. Yep, I agree. What is a chicken worth? How hungry are you? See, I think this is also a great point, is what time is going on. And also there's another side that if you're hungry, that chicken's worth a whole lot more to me than me, who I've got 40 of them.
Yes.
But
we have some homesteaders who are selling turkeys for $75. And we have some homesteaders who are selling turkeys for $150.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it might be the impossible task. And I don't think it's ever like a set in stone thing, but I think you could really create a baseline that in a typical situation, this is what it's worth. I think it'd be just a great exercise. Everyone just needs to overnight cinnamon rolls ready to cook. Travel time would even allow extra rise time.
True.
Yep. Okay. So Hippocrates says Cinnabon equals 1 foot rub.
Oh.
You like that idea?
That's better. We're getting there. We're getting there.
We might have found a currency properties. So we need to explore this. Milk and Honey says, yes, I got to out the chickens to bed. Yeah, we got you too.
Yeah.
Good night, Sandy. Yep. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to call it right here. I think I've gotten through a lot of the questions. Hey, guys, love you all. Thank you guys so very much for spending time with us tonight. I'm sorry I missed last week. I just wasn't here where I could do it. I will film a ton at the community video, so make sure you guys go out there and watch it. As we talked before, you got to click on those notifications repeatedly because, again, YouTube don't like my message, and so they're going to continue to do that. Anybody that needs anything, feel free to email me, tagandbe@lifedonefree.com. And I guess until then, what do you got to say? Give me some positive words that end in tag gets cinnamon rolls.
Tag is not getting cinnamon rolls. No, you're getting cinnamon rolls tomorrow, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you got to say? You got anything positive to say?
Thank you all for being here. Yoke up.
Yoke up.
Start small.
Yeah.
Put your head down and keep fighting.
Yep.
Keep swinging.
Yep. I think the thing I'll tell you guys, I got in this conversation in Tennessee, is I want to challenge you guys to make every dollar you have a purpose. Know where it's going, know who you're spending your money with, know how you're spending your money, right? And spend it with a purpose. Every single dollar, track it down. And together, if we all do that, we will be holding the line, right? That's exactly what it will be. As you can tell, my eyes are bloodshot. I'm getting ready to go to bed. But hey, guys, good night. Again, love you guys, and we'll talk to you guys soon. I will, like I said, I'll get that video out as fast as I can from the Homestead rotation because I know you guys will enjoy it. All right. Good night, everybody.
Be out.
Yep. Tag out. Hold the line. Don't give an inch.